I'm starting. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Is It Kino? Today we have Plot Progressor B.
I came here to drink milk and argue, and I'm all out of milk.
Rika Fag.
Hey.
Necro XIII.
I'm sleepy.
And Digibro from the future.
That would be me, and you're all worse than me. I'm the best amongst you all.
I don't think anyone's denying that.
Of course.
I mean, you are Digibro from the future, so obviously.
Yeah,
Objective.
Did you see the latest comments on Reddit? Every time someone mentions him, they say, "Oh, he's just a hater." He used to be the #1 analyst in the community 3 years ago. No, he's so old, and he doesn't like anime. Oh, it's like one day he woke up and realized anime are not as good as he thought. I wonder, who does that remind me of?
You.
You did call him out on that, like, years ago. You literally said that you're gonna grow up to become like me and, like, shit on moe, shit on shows, shit that there's too many anime coming out. And he was like, no, it's not true. There's more choices. It's all good. And you were like, that's bad. Look at the past shows. And they're not as good as today. And now he's literally arguing the exact same thing.
No,
so,
it's hilarious because recently he's been talking, saying moe is boring in general.
Of course. And he doesn't even know what moe is, which boggles my mind.
What the fuck is moe?
How can you defend moe when you don't even know moe? It's like, I know, Snob, you don't like moe, and you know you're up to your own opinion, but like Digi just doesn't understand moe yet defends it, which doesn't make sense.
He didn't watch that 20-minute video from Pause and Select on it.
Oh, yeah.
Something all those people don't understand is that you can only say X amount of things about something you like before it gets repetitive.
Yeah.
And moe tends to be a very simplistic type of series. So how many shit can you say about moe series before you realize that you ran out of things to say?
Depends.
And for an pseudo-analyst like
boy.
Digibro, it's like saying, oh, no, I no longer like moe because the only reason I was watching them is so I can over-analyze them. And now, oh, no, shit, now I don't
I
have
thought it
any
because you like little girls.
No, depends on who you are. If you're chippy reviews, you can never run out of stuff to talk about. Because you
just repeat the same crap. That's different. He's not an ally.
It's almost comedic. It's kind of comedic at this point, the number of times you've used different clips of him saying something completely the same.
Wait.
Completely the same.
Exactly.
Wait, I got it.
Completely the same.
Before we start...
The first episode, I had the feels because the first episode. But the first episode, however the first episode, I had the feels.
I've never watched Chibi. Is he really like that the entire time?
No,
yes!
Oh, yeah.
No, he's far worse. Because at least with that anime snob, he's doing an impression that is funny.
Jesus Christ.
Chibi's like if we exclude him, like I exclude all episode reviewers and whatnot from the freaking anime community because they're not even reviewers. They're like blogs. They can't even name their channels right, so I don't even like consider them part of the anime community. If you exclude them, who is your most hated AniTuber?
Digibro.
Yes, I knew it.
Plot.
I don't
By
know.
the way, how can they even be called episodic reviewers when most of the things they are talking about is not about the episode anymore? It's about
Their
theories
Patreon.
about the future. It's about stuff that happened in previous episodes. Because
for Chibi,
every
it's him
episode
just
has
talking about like his life,
2 or 3
isn't it?
minutes worth of content they can talk about. So they spend 20 minutes talking about irrelevant shit to the episode. They're not even episodic reviewers. They're theorists. Or they're like filler mode on talkers.
Oh yeah.
All right.
One thing I forgot to mention, that anime stuff. Whenever you want, we can open the invites to everyone.
Yeah, if he doesn't want other people, we don't have to. But
Yeah,
We're
just a thing.
already 4 too many.
Okay.
Nice.
By the way, it's off air. Why do you see off air going on?
No,
this
we're
channel?
still on air. We just put ourselves in here because of so I can send an invite to anyone that does it, but I'm streaming through OBS.
Okay.
That is how I do it.
Oops.
Plot, who do you hate the most?
I mean, you obviously. but
Okay, Necro. Oh wait, I already know who that is.
Wait,
Your most hated
What?
person.
I'm not the most hated, but I am pretty much hated.
No,
yeah.
your most hated AniTuber. God damn it.
Oh, my most hated? Oh boy, the Anime Man easily.
it's not Hyrule anime.
I thought you were going to say Hyrule.
I can agree with some of the things that Hyrule says sometimes, and that's with an asterisk next to it. But no, it's the Anime Man easily.
Yeah, recently, even though he's very much made like a lot of videos on Nightcore saying how it's amazing, he's now recently saying Nightcore is not even a genre; it's just stealing, and he looks down on anyone that makes it.
Well, he's about to get a big payout from some anime music company, so he's got to clear his bases first.
Well, part of that is because his best, like I told you guys in the Discord, his best friend Moe Shop used to use samples in his album Pure. He used samples and made future funk. Now he doesn't do that, and it's all synthesized, and he uses other people to pretty much just show up and do the vocals and everything like that on the album. So now the Anime Man can go ahead and give his opinions on Nightcore as if it's some brand new idea.
Okay, Rikafag, who's your most hated? I'm thinking it's Digi.
I don't really hate anyone. So, and like even Digi, like he fucking annoys me, but I don't hate
their content, not like them. I'm talking about their
content.
content.
Hate the content? Probably Super Eye Patch Wolf. Because everything he says is literally nothing. I hate the way he structures his videos. I hate the way he ignores writing. I hate the way that he just focuses on the visuals, which you can see, and there's nothing much else to say. I hate the way that he brings up historical elements just to say, hey, isn't that trivia interesting? And that's all he says about it, and it doesn't relate to anything. And he just keeps recommending anime and just doesn't say anything other than synopsis of it, which everyone praises for him. Like, he did a video on, I don't know, Hajime no Ippo, and people were like, yeah, there's no videos on Hajime no Ippo in anime. Praise Super Eye Patch Wolf for being mainstream and getting those mainstream views by saying nothing. And it's the only guy that really annoys me because he doesn't say anything yet everyone praises for him. Like, even Chibi Reviews, everyone can hate him because he's a review guy. Which one?
He's the downfall of Bleach videos. Wasn't it his that he brought statistics explaining why?
Oh no, I know that guy.
You mean the downfall of Simpsons, or
that was Soul? That was Soul.
Super Eye Patch Wolf did come out with Downfall of Bleach, where he showed where the numbers were.
There were numbers, there were statistics.
That was Soul here.
I just felt it was very contradicting because one of his points in the Downfall of Bleach is talking about how he hates that the backgrounds are so empty for the fights and everything like that, and that's a detriment to the series. But then when he analyzes Dragon Ball, he says he likes how the backgrounds have nothing in the background in the fights for Dragon Ball. That they can focus on the fight more. I was like, that's complete opposite.
Yeah.
Who is this Super Eye Patch Wolf?
Yes.
Oh, I don't watch his stuff.
Like I said, he just focuses on the visuals and says nothing else of interest.
I just don't like
one of his videos about why Dragon Balls is great. You know, the manga is that it has the panel flow, which is very stupid because nearly every single manga has panel flow. That doesn't make Dragon Ball better or good. It's just like, wow,
Dragon Ball's the only one with panel flow.
Like, wasn't it that like you can read the panels where it goes like right to left one side and then it turns and goes the other way? Like
every single manga does that. Like you read
a lot do. Yeah,
a lot of them do. It's insane.
What I was trying to say is, I think he was trying to get across that he invented that. I was pretty sure he was trying to make that claim that.
I don't know if
I felt the same way too.
Just the fact that he said that it had like panel flow is something to praise. Like it doesn't do something revolutionary with panel.
Yeah. Regarding that, no. you have to understand something about analysts. They usually get bothered a lot when something changes along the way within the same title. For example, if it was him who complained about the backgrounds in Bleach becoming more simple as it goes on, as an analyst, he should be bothered because at first they were far more detailed than what they were later on. They just became clouds in the background. So at first they were, just for the style. It was a rule of cool. They had no purpose being there. So when they are removed after a while, it feels awkward. It feels like, a tonal whiplash because they were there. So you have something to stare at because it was so detailed and stuff. And then they weren't not there anymore. Whereas if there was flow of movement or whatever you're going to call it in Dragon Ball from the very first panel or the first chapter, then you have something to praise it because it was consistent in this regard. So as far as analysis goes within the same title, it's not so much as historical reasons as it is changing your own style along the way. In this particular case, being the backgrounds.
Now, what I was trying to
say,
that's
different
though,
mediums. So
whatchamacallit calls it in Bleach, the part he was talking about was the Hueco Mundo arc, where the background was just a desert, and I was like, well, yeah, that's kind of just the setting. That is
the point is that there is nothing there.
The point of it is that there's nothing there. Like that is why Iran cars wanted to get out. That's literally why they are doing all the shit. That's why they don't want to live in Hueco Mundo. They want to live inside the human world. And it's like they literally want to escape it because it's so fucking dead. Like,
oh, so there is an anti-escapism message in Bleach. That's so deep.
Whoa.
All right, so Snob, I wanted to ask, what is your opinion on Pause and Select?
I'm not watching many of his shows to have a specific image of him in my mind, so I just call them pseudo-intellectuals, him, Mother's Basement. Not I move that much.
Pause and Select actually references stuff, though.
Oh, I would not put Pause and Select as the same as Mother's Basement, because Mother's Basement, in my opinion, is the worst anti-tuber out there.
Yeah, he's kind of bad.
He's shilling his own girlfriend.
I don't even care about the shilling. His content is shit.
He has a lot of things going on.
What's in an op, guys? Look at this 1.5 minute, which I'm going to stretch into 50 hours of analysis. When it's just 1.5 footage of the opening song, it doesn't have anything to say.
And then I'm not even going to mention the lyrics that completely contradict what I'm talking about.
Snob, did you see the video I made where it was just one of his videos that he had uploaded, except I took out everything that wasn't important? I cut half the length from the entire video.
That's like the same for most videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh man, Kaiser wants.
Unless it's mine. In this case, you cannot cut out.
Yeah, but your videos are like 4 minutes, so at that point you don't have anything to repeat.
All right, so how about
we script them and actually put some effort in them instead of just saying, I'm just going to repeat the same thing 50 times and call it a day?
Oh, man.
All right, so should we get started on the debates?
Oh, boy.
I mean, there's nothing to debate.
No, we had pre-planned topics.
We did?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys did.
I don't even know the topics.
Yeah, the plot, Progressor B is wanting to say My Hero Academia is good.
Oh boy!
And you were saying it's not good.
And then
and I wanted to debate the Naruto thing, where saying Kakashi versus Zabuza the first time was bad writing.
Again? What? God damn it! You're really stuck on that point.
And then
we brought it up with Econ, and
who cares about Naruto?
And Rika Fag wanted to debate Higurashi.
No, I don't really want to.
Yes, I can.
No, I don't want to debate about that.
It's like he has no other topics.
No. I don't want to. I don't want to debate about that. I just want to. Want to talk about it for like 1 minute about the video that you made. Not the
again.
I don't want to talk about it.
Literally have nothing else to say over the past 2 years.
That's because it's the only thing I have to care about regarding you. I don't have anything to say to you.
I have like 1,000 videos And this is the only thing he cares about me.
Well, your videos aren't very good, so
Because I don't care about any of your videos.
I just
What a field fag! You selfish asshole!
I mean, I am extremely selfish, but like I said, I only care about that one thing you did regarding me.
actually he's not a feel fag. He's not caring about your feelings.
that's right. He's
I only care about my feelings about
he's the
you know,
Nietzsche.
my
Only cares
relationship.
about himself.
Selfish field fag! That's double the vacation.
Hey, Snob, to be fair, I watched about 300 of your videos just like a few days ago.
Oh, are you gonna tell him about?
Snob marathon?
He's been ripping through them.
Are you gonna tell him
feel
about what you're
smart
planning
right
on
now?
doing?
Oh, should I tell him about my plan?
Sure, he might be willing to help.
Because I wanted to get your you to voice a line at the very end for you to give a prediction on how Digibro is going to end out. Because I'm making the video that you are Digibro from the future sent back in time and should be reviewed.
Has he actually? Oh wait, Snob, have you actually watched that video?
Yes,
fuck.
yes, it was funny.
Okay, good.
No,
yes.
but I feel like
It's great.
I could bring
can
so
stretch it
much
out
more
much
evidence and everything like that. And I could go like an insane amount on it.
Oh, boy.
I would like you to like be in part of it at the very end to say, yes, I know how he's going to end out because I lived it before, and talking.
What? I didn't live like this, bro. You're mimicking me.
But yeah.
I know, that would be awful.
I never dressed in my mother's dresses and started masturbating in front of a mirror while pretending to be a little pony.
Man, if that picture
Did
ever
he really
comes
do
out,
that?
because apparently
The truth comes out.
if that
He's
picture
not
ever
Digi-
comes out, that will be so fucking disgusting and hilarious at the same time. Because apparently
Yeah.
And
someone
I'm
took
also not wearing sunglasses in the middle of a dark room while being drunk and saying, I'm gonna do analysis now.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And I don't have a girlfriend, especially one that's just there to agree with me. It's the same thing as if I'm masturbating in front of a mirror.
I do love that explanation he gave. Oh yeah,
He literally agreed when people said that she looks like him already.
No, I laughed.
People
so
mistook him for his sister. Yeah, because when people first introduced him, it's like, dude, that's not. They're like that. You're not dating that person.
Is
That's
it
just
because
your
they have
sister."
black hair? I swear to God.
No,
No, they have like the
nothing
same
alike.
nose.
They have the same
What?
face.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
What?
so like when he's
Yeah.
getting a blowjob, he just sees himself without a beard.
Okay.
But
I don't know why, but I'm just.
Imagery you never need
I mean,
to
that's
see.
what is that? Self-sex?
yeah, Necro, are you taking down the questions? Hey, if anyone's asking questions, Necro's going to be taking them down for the end.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for springing that on me. I don't have anything like to write those down on.
Notepad, motherfucker.
Yeah, I didn't have that open.
All right.
Just use like a needle and write it down on your skin.
Okay.
Well, I have a hangnail, so I can use that, right?
Oh.
That's
That's
acceptable.
good
So
enough.
what I was saying is, I just love the explanation that Digi gave on why he married her. So yeah, I found her and we started clicking really fast, and she just agreed to everything I said, and I knew she was the one.
By the way, in the same video he said that, he also said perfection is boring. How is she not perfection if she's exactly like him and he considers himself the best anime YouTuber or some shit?
Because he doesn't. He knows he's shit.
No, he
Yeah,
said
he kind of does.
he
know
just
he's
recently
terrible.
explained why he thinks he's the best on the stream.
No, he literally said, like in a video,
Yeah,
like I think
I'm
like
the best
6 or
anime
7 months
YouTuber.
ago. No,
Fuck
before.
you.
Now, I mean, after that. No, after that, he did a
it's like an 8 out of
self-review
10.
of his own
I'm an 8
videos
out of
and
10.
said that
After
all his
contradicting himself, I wonder why he's contradicting
Yeah,
himself.
no, he's an idiot. No, but the thing is that he said that like most of his videos are like 5 or 6 out of 10, and his best video was his like
SAO
Uh,
videos.
no, not that one. The long one. I can't remember.
Asterisk War.
That's
Yeah.
The Asterisk War, which he
5,
considers
5.
a strong 8, which is like if you've written and made videos for so many years, and the only video you
Oh, yeah.
consider is an 8, you fucking failed as a writer. You fucking failed. Like, he
Please
said
don't talk about being a writer. Have you read
No,
any?
I know. But like he said, he considers himself such a writer and this and that. And if you've been writing for 10 years and you like just consider yourself like mediocre for your entire run, you're fucking shit.
No, you're Kotaku.
Oof.
Well, the worst thing
Nice.
is he's barely above most people on the platform, if not below. And that's the sadder part.
He just got big because he was talking about My Little Pony when it was a big thing back in the day. And now that he ran out of material, he jumped to anime. Now he ran out of material anymore, so he's run out of that. So now he's cheating on everyone.
No, now he's doing this little movie thing like Channel Awesome. No, he's turning into Channel Awesome. You know how everyone hated when they wanted to do more movie stuff? And,
oh boy!
And now he's doing like his live action skits every few days.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's on his.
I haven't seen anything.
On his
Dark
channel.
Is it the Gecko State?
Yes,
is that the
Gecko State thing?
That's no different than his
that.
That's no different than any of his older After Dark stuff.
Yeah, but he's trying to make it. He said it's supposed to be different. I don't see the difference. It's just
it's exactly the same.
It says it's completely different.
It's because he's no longer using those pink filters.
It makes no sense. Okay, Plot, did you want to start it off now?
No, hang on. I got a question.
It was supposed to be for after the debate.
Well, he's here now.
My own question, not
okay.
Like questions from the audience, because they haven't asked any questions.
All right.
Except for Kaiser, and he said, "Let me in." That's a question.
That's not a question.
But anyways, what are your thoughts on the Anime Man?
What are you asking?
Do you think he is absolute shit, like I probably think he is?
Oh yeah,
or
he has.
Do you think
that AnimeSnob has a lot of videos on Joey.
Yes, I have lots on him, and he's the definition of a weeb who got really big. Got really big because he's not afraid to talk about cringe. And he's using basically the same methods as Gigak, but he's going way beyond cringe. And he even apologizes every time he's openly proven to be wrong. So, it's that golden formula many are using to become big by basically spreading shit. Cringe, anime shits, and so am I, but look at this wonderful thing that you can do through this medium and something. So he's like what we call a social chameleon, always adjusting to every situation, so he can always ponder everyone on both sides of an argument.
Kind of like how Taki Dearest was getting big off the Vocaloid videos, and then the Vocaloid community called her out, and then she like shut down, never talked about Vocaloid again. Because they showed that she didn't know anything that she was talking about.
Nobody cares if you actually know about what you're talking about, okay? We've seen the analysis on the early episodes of My Hero Academia. Nobody knows what he's talking about. They just want to see people talking about what they like at the moment. This understand. Nobody cares about the validity of what they are talking about. All these pseudo-analysts or bloggers or whatever. They just want to hear people talk positively and like it's amazing, that thing that the thought of the week is like the most amazing thing ever. They don't care about what they are actually talking about. They just want to see people talk positively about it. It's like, it's that anime girl who's been talking about Dragon Ball, and she has that cute avatar, and she never shows her real face and some shit. Nobody cares about whatever she's talking about is real. They just want to have somebody talking about, whoa, Dragon Ball is so amazing. So you have to understand this. It's all about somebody giving you a blowjob over the internet. That's basically, it's cyber sex at this point.
Going to talk about how strong Goku is.
Yeah, and Jiren's a really deep character. It's gonna get character development. Oh my god, it's a theory and it's never expected.
And Jiren flexes muscles, so now he's stronger than time.
Yeah, did you?
There is one video, and I do remember it was from Snob, and it was about My Hero Academia, and it's about all of the different like anime YouTubers, all of these different people stating how My Hero Academia does something new or it does something original, but it's not any different than any other story that we've ever heard before.
Yeah. Oh, you keep memeing like one thing. It's like, this show is a deconstruction of every blah blah blah.
Well, it was like the people were saying, well, this is a show that shows these heroes going through not just their own physical struggles, but their mental ones as well.
Of not getting what they want.
I mean, not that they aren't, but that's not new.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like that was in Snob's video, and I was like, oh, makes sense to
What
me.
are you talking about? This is the very first shonen ever.
This is right.
It's actually, there's been no other anime before this.
Yeah, this is another thing. Everyone assumes that whoever is watching one show is going to be his first show. Is like, yeah, there is no such thing as watching 10 series before the most popular thing at the moment. So everyone is treated like, this is the very first show I ever watched. And it's amazing because there's nothing else to compare it with. And especially when it comes to My Hero Academia, we used to have this thing called the Big Three, where we could compare one show with the other two every week, depending on whatever chapter or episode was coming out.
Yeah.
But we can't do that with My Hero Academia. It has monopolized fighting shonen of today because there is no competition.
Yeah, but what about Dragon Ball? You know,
What about Dragon Ball? Nobody could compare Dragon Ball with My Hero Academia.
Well, I don't know. I know a couple of people
Dragon
that
Ball's
would
far
definitely
worse than My Hero.
Dragon Ball with everything.
But power scaling. Is
Oh,
that what
God.
you mean?
Seth, the program.
Oh my god.
They were just talking about the references within the same show, with Dragon Ball reference to
Wait
this
a minute.
and Dragon Ball
What do you think about power
insulted
scaling?
to that. Nobody was comparing Dragon Ball with My Hero Academia. Nobody was pretending to be better written or better animated. Nothing. It was just literally the references. It was just nostalgia trip at this point. So there was no competition. There is no other shonen to compete with My Hero Academia. I mean, I know what you say. What about Seven Deadly Sins? Seven
What?
Deadly Sins is straightforward. There's nothing to talk about.
Seven Deadly Sins is terrible.
That's not true. How else does Anime Uproar and Otaku make 1,000 videos on Seven Deadly Sins?
I don't know. I didn't even know that existed.
I don't watch either of them, so
The fuck is this? Is this like Fairy Tales and Dragon Ball?
It's like Fairy
Like, one
Tale,
piece together?
but more.
What the fuck?
It's like no, not really like Fairy Tale. It's more. It's like if every character is overpowered and extremely ecchi.
Wow! Holy shit! Yeah, I'm not even. Ugh. I'm too fucking old for shonen.
Not trying to
Jesus.
have a deep message. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, it's
Older shows did not try to promote an agenda. Newer shows do that, and this is why many think they are so deep. But the Seven Deadly Sins is like something out of the 80s or the 90s, where there were
It's
just
very
straightforward action.
I mean, what do you mean by agenda? Can you give an example?
I completely disagree on that. I think just about everything either represents the time period it was in, which shows an agenda of some kind, whether it's intentional or not.
yeah. That's why we see so many SJW movies now. There's all these feminist agendas.
No, but can you give an example about an agenda in recent anime?
Yeah.
Well, My Hero Academia is trying to promote the whole idea of what is heroism and what it's supposed to have.
That's not an agenda. That's been a thing that's been going on since like the dawn of time. You got like Aristotle and Plato arguing about stuff like that.
Shonen?
I mean, that's
Yeah, but
always
that's not really an agenda. That's more altruistic heroism, which is the same shit.
I don't think like Hunter x Hunter tries to talk about what heroism is.
It kind of does.
So I wouldn't really say all shonen, battle shonen talk about heroism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
the
undertones.
thing is that with newer shows, all the characters are so emotional about the theme that it comes off as if you have to talk about the theme. Whereas in older series, they didn't really got all the crybabies and like, oh, it's all about this, it's all about that. No, it was all about it's this, and if you don't care about it, whatever. Let's go back to the fighting or some shit.
That's why I like
What?
this
It's a lot
and North
more-
Star.
So wait, you liked it better when it was only just fighting, and
They were
rather
not
than like
crying all the time. They were not
it's
becoming
better when
edgy
people
towards
don't
us
try.
all the time.
You
Okay,
said crying, not trying.
Oh,
trying. Yeah, yeah. That's the difference. Older shonen characters were alpha males. Okay,
Yeah.
they were brutes. They were secure in their positions. Yes, they were following ideals, and so did the villains.
he
But they
liked
were
it
not
better
having
when
these ridiculous breakdowns every 3 seconds. Okay, this is stupid.
I-
They don't know what they're doing.
I still-
How are you sure what you're doing?
I still love Fist and North Star. I still say it's better than a
so
lot of
that-
anime I
that's-
watched recently.
That's what Snob wants. He just wants Fist of the North Star. just more fisted.
No, that's a bad
Well,
thing.
I tried watching the CGI that I'm airing right now. It's horrible because it's CGI, but also because the setting doesn't accept this sort of mentality which was in the original post-apocalyptic setting. You cannot do the same brain-dead dudes punching each other when you have like a civilized setting. And you say, well, there's a lot of criminal activity. Who cares? It's civilized. You have buildings, you have water, you have toilets. You didn't have that in the original. There's a big difference between being a brute in a world where it's kill or be killed and some guy, some guy a little bit before the World War. It's not the same thing. It's CGI. Blah.
Okay,
So, no.
your biggest fan wants in. You want me to bring him in?
Oh boy.
Stitch Bro?
No. I'm sending an invite.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god. I don't know if this is a good or bad idea.
Anyway.
We'll see.
Anyways, as far as this topic or whatever we can call it about My Hero Academia versus Naruto goes, Naruto had the other two of the big three to be compared to every week. There is no comparison with My Hero Academia, and if we assume everyone's watching it right now and they've watched every other show in the past, yes, it is amazing because it's pandering Western fads right now, which is like superheroics, Marvel movies. Whereas there is nothing else doing anything similar like it currently airing. So you can see why most people think it's amazing because there's nothing else that's currently like it.
But that doesn't make the show bad. You're just saying, hey, look, people like it. What's your point? You've proven nothing about the quality of the show. You're just saying, hey, look, it captures fads that are currently going, but that doesn't mean the show's bad because it appeals to common things that people like.
I'm just saying it's easier to get away with it because people have nothing else to compare it to currently airing. Of course, you compare it with finished shows from the past, but who's gonna do that when everyone's watching episodics and seasonals and then forget everything that was airing the previous season?
I think you said that before there was like a drug or something, right? Like
it's drug. It's like instant gratification.
Dopamine.
It goes away in 2 hours.
Dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can just jerk
growing
off
up
and get all
with
the
cell phones
serotonin.
and the internet, always getting their answers or whatever they want in seconds, and they get spoiled and self-entitled and call themselves millennials. Yeah, I fucking hate you all.
What makes you say I'm a millennial?
The pleasures of growing up.
You're all millennials, and I'm better than all of you because I'm not a millennial.
I'm not like 20 something.
How old are you?
Snob's like 40.
Older than you.
Really?
Smarter
I
than
mean,
you.
that's for sure. Yeah, I know. I know you're older than me. I'm just curious.
I'm 6. I'm not a millennial. I'm too young to be a millennial.
I mean, I'm kind of.
So you're a Gen
I'm
Z.
60, so.
Yeah, talking about all this, we even have a debate about what exactly counts as a millennial, or when do millennial generations begin, exactly which year. And I don't see it like which year when you're
2000?
born. It's how you grew up with. So
Yeah.
I believe that millennials is anyone who grew up with the internet. That's how
I think
see
also
it.
another thing is that a lot of the problems you might see with a lot of millennials when they watch anime and just in general anything related to them is that the baby boomers probably were coddled them, basically.
Yeah, and what do you mean by grew up with the internet? Because it's like, let's see,
Okay,
I know I didn't
The
have.
internet wasn't fast or widespread up until the early 2000s in most countries. In mine, it was even further than that.
I mean,
So even if you had the internet before that, as a kid, as a teenager, growing up, being affected by the whole mentality of I can find whatever I want as an answer.
Yeah.
I think
When I
that started
was-
back in 2010-ish.
Yeah.
So
When I was using the internet back in my day, I was just searching up fucking Gundam facts back fucking
See.
on the internet. When back in the day when I didn't even know what a wiki was, I was using what is it called, like
Wiki.
Mecha Anime HQ or some shit.
I don't know, but
I'm basically saying that anyone who grew up with the internet, fast internet line, and perhaps has a smartphone, so he can have an internet even when he's outside, is a millennial who is without even him realizing it, he's affected by the whole technology makes you spoiled and
See.
self-entitled.
so
That's how
Here's
I
the
define
question.
a millennial.
What, am
But
I
it's
a
not.
millennial
Oh,
because I was
great.
born late
I have a
90s?
I
I
have a
didn't
question.
have access to like the internet regularly through like a laptop or anything like that until like high school, and I didn't get a smartphone until earlier this year.
I've got a question for Snob. Are you talking about this because of your recent video where I remember in your quotes, you had these little quotes about
By the way,
The
this
MC
is your
is like-
number one fan.
Yeah, the MC is so strong he can steamroll everybody, but he's treated as talentless or something.
That's a very old concept. It didn't really begin with millennials. I don't see the
Well, I mean, are
connection
you
what
in
I'm
the
talking
mood
about.
because
You're the one who made the video. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Yes, but I
I'm
don't
just
see the
saying.
connection with what I was talking about.
Well, I mean, are you in the mood because you just happened to have made that video just to start
Not
talking
really.
about millennials?
I made 2 videos ever since. I'm no longer in that mood, okay?
Okay.
So,
I didn't even understand that the point of that video because you complain about millennials, but you're talking about a concept that's been around forever and shown in shows.
yes, it's been
Well, I
around.
mean,
Why
it really
It became an
depends.
epidemic
back in the-
recently.
much to any generation.
At least
as
back
it
in the
does
day, right?
millennials.
Back in the day, at least with a lot of shonen anime, there was at least actual training going on, not this typical shit that you'd see Saitama, like the fucking training Saitama does. It just blows a lot. Is about the
Yes,
same kind of
they are
training.
skipping all. Yes, it's true that they are skipping most of the training, most of the build-up. They all became overpowered, or they are underdogs who have secret powers and are underpowered. That's the thing, okay? When you're watching Fist of the North Star, the guy is like in the top 10 strongest guys since episode 1, okay? We already know that.
Yeah.
He doesn't really train, okay? He does improve later on, but he doesn't really train. But he doesn't have to prove anything. He's the strongest, and he's doing it because, well, if the power, I might as well use it. That's as simple as it goes.
He's not
There's
plastic.
nothing-
He's not having the whole world plaster him with the idea that, oh, this is an underdog. He's not an
Yes,
underdog.
yes.
This-
And
no,
even you watch Samurai X, or what do you call it? Rurouni Kenshin. The guy already begins episode 1. He's again the strongest guys in the whole world. He has an ideology because it's the 90s and we gotta have something more than just, powers. He still doesn't try to impose his way of life. He's just sitting back, and when something happens, he joins in to stop it. But this doesn't mean like he's trying to
Well, I mean,
force-
another thing is just it also feels like it's insulting your intelligence when they say, oh, he's an underdog when you know he's not.
Yes, but he never tried to present himself as an underdog. That's what I'm trying to say. Since episode 1.
That's exactly
The
the
worst
problem.
offender of this idea that I've seen was that the irregular at Magic High School
Yeah.
or something like that.
That fully
That
shit.
show was that was some next
I
level.
don't always agree
How
with
much they had hyped it from the light novels because it had 50 pages of info dumps explaining the magic. Thus, it makes sense and it's very smart
I
show.
fell asleep.
I don't
so many
always. I don't always agree with Snob, but I'll say this: when it comes to light novel battle harems, you know your shit.
Yeah.
Oh my, they're so bad.
It's so bad. By the way, everybody was saying, wow, he's so overpowered. He just defeats everyone. I mean, how is this interesting? And there were literally many people who read the light novels and said, he's not really overpowered because in 50 light novel volumes later on, there are going to be 10 others going to be as powerful as him. So, see, he's
This
not
was-
overpowered.
You
This
know,
is the
He's
guy
overpowered
that's
up until those light
existed.
novels come up.
this is the thing. I've watched over 700 anime, and the only things I've ever dropped are light novel battle harems.
Oh,
Which, by the way, they have their own audience, and they became a thing thanks to Haruhi. Let's not forget this little
Well, I mean,
fact.
that's
Haruhi is
harems
a
in general, but we're talking specifically the battle harem genre, where it's like fucking magic and fighting and all that shit, which are terrible to begin with, even when it comes to the fighting.
It's like Kirito kind of characters.
oh.
Well, actually, it's even worse in some cases because it's like they try to build tension, they try to make him seem weak, but then you find out, oh, he already has a special fucking thing that he was born with.
I remember the last one I watched. I was like, this is literally trying to be a copy of Kirito. That just makes it worse.
Dude, here's the thing. Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Everybody was trying to talk about how great that show was, how it's different. The only thing different is that the romance just happens right there. They're fucking dating already. Everything else is garbage, okay? If you read the light novels, pretty much he's stronger than everybody except for the strongest swords person in the world.
Do you really think I read the light novels?
No, I'm just saying for sure.
Yeah.
Like people will
we
say
have
that
to we have to stick a bit on the fact that they call it this is different. When they say different, most actually mean one little tiny difference.
Yeah, one
makes
tiny
it seem
difference
like
and
it's
they think the whole thing changes.
reconstruction of the whole genre or something. No, it's not really like that.
The formula
when
is still
people
the
say
same.
it's different, 90% of the time they mean it has one tiny little difference than the norm. What is like the golden formula, the golden standards everyone's copying. But this doesn't make the show different as a whole. It's just
And they don't.
different.
Another thing is they don't even meet those standards. They pretend they're meeting them, but they're fucking garbage.
Yeah, it's all superficial and pretentious eventually. And a recent example, which I kept on hearing about regarding when they kidnapped Bakugo in My Hero Academia, they said, "Oh no, now he's gonna become another Sasuke." They were talking about it a lot. And then everyone was defending, saying, no, he's not going to become another Sasuke because this is not another Naruto. It's a much better show. And it's like, see how different it is because it's not copying Naruto all the time.
Oh boy, all the time. But so there's times that it is copying it.
People think anime's so different, but all of it's animated. How can it be different?
By the way, by different, by not becoming Sasuke, they basically meant they're going back to the status quo, guys. It's different because it stays the same. Ta-da!
No.
So yeah,
but your standard could never be different when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Because you're saying, it's either it does do something and it's still the same because
the
it's
word
just like,
different loses its meaning and you shouldn't be using it.
you're the one who used it.
I didn't. I just used an example. It's saying that doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
I'm not the one using it. I'm the one mentioning it, of those using it. It's different because it stays the same. I'm not the one saying that. It's them. The fucking retards who like it.
Chibbits.
Yeah.
And yes, retards is an insult right now. It's not a mental condition. It doesn't mean anything anymore.
So
Stop destroying the meaning behind it.
This stream,
I agree. I
we
think
don't
you're all
care
retarded.
what you say.
We don't care.
You
You
can
could.
just call Necro a nigger. We don't care.
I didn't even think he was black.
Yeah.
I
You can call me a chink. You can call me a nigger too, because I'm part chink and prairie nigger, so I'm part Indian and part Chinese.
You don't have to hold back.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Excellent. This is how it was back in my days.
Yeah, basically, if you wanted to, you could be like this guy called Naked Ape who was in a debate talking about niggers having nigger babies.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we're not worried about offending people.
Then what's the point of this life?
No, you're supposed to. Their goal is to offend at least 10 people.
All right.
No, our goal is to offend Mother's Basement so hard that he completely ignores us.
Oh my goodness! Have
Well,
you guys
he
seen?
ignores us
I think
anyway.
that's easy enough. You have to try to get him to try to delete your channel.
Yeah. Have you seen the stuff that Mother's Basement complains about?
Oh boy.
On Twitter?
yeah.
He gets upset just about everything that you'd expect someone who watches like reactionary news stuff on TV for.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious when he was pinging at Keemstar so much. He's like, we need you to change your thing to no longer be Mom's Basement. It might affect the views of my channel and might hide our channel from people trying to find it. And and then it's like he completely
as if it wouldn't actually bring him more views for some guy who's
I think maybe
million.
if you wanted to offend somebody here, maybe you could insult one of Necro's waifus, the ones that he has on his channel.
Necro has waifus?
Well, you've seen those videos where he's apparently has this entire building a harem full of his OC.
Oh my god, he's one of those fuckers.
People who actually, I can't stand people who meme waifu stuff.
I don't mean wife.
I can't stand
it. He's serious.
No, he's not. They have like 50 fucking waifus, and you don't care for any of them. That's
I can't stand it when people actually do get in debates about waifus in anime and they actually try to take it seriously.
I know. Everyone knows Kurumi is the best.
Oh my goodness.
No. See, that's impossible, man. She's a bitch.
Gosh,
Well, a good thing about retro shows is that they always had one chick, okay? There was only one chick and she was already in love with the protagonist. Therefore, there was no point in having waifu wars because there was nothing to debate about
it's
it.
all because of
waifu one chick doing nothing.
Fucking Evangelion.
No, you see, this is when it starts to become different because Evangelion made it popular to have at least 3 or 4 of them. Before that, it wasn't that much.
Wasn't it? Wait. What about Tenchi Muyo? Wasn't it the kind of the starter for all that shit?
Yes, it was like the original harem, okay? The original harem. Of course, it has one more, but it did become a thing up until Neon Genesis.
Okay, up until every show kind of started doing that shit, regardless of genre.
I think the best harem.
I mean, you had lots of harems in the 80s, but I'm not talking about, harems. I'm talking about Battle Shonen, which happened to also have a harem, that sort of thing. I'm not really talking about.
That's a lot of shows now. What are you talking
need
about?
to have at least 3 or 4 of them.
The best Battle Shonen harem would be Bible Black.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
My goodness, why do you always come back to this?
God damn. He just wants to meme it to death. We all have something that we want to meme to death, and I think Bible Black is his thing.
That anime snob. You know,
For
we,
his
we,
voice.
Get Greek satanic words, please. It's pondering my deepest desires when I hear that.
it's funny because we finally got the meme on the podcast. We've talked
Oh
about
yeah, that's
that
actually
anime
that's,
snob
so it's not even a meme anymore.
Yeah, we've talked.
Now we can show off our voices to him.
We've been we've been talking about getting Snob into the live stream every fucking stream, and now we finally did.
Now 200 people are gonna listen to it. Be very happy about it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You're very magnanimous there, Mr. Snob.
What makes you think
People
I'm
will
doing it
come
for
based
other
off of
people?
this.
I'm doing it for myself.
It's a snob who only gets like 1,000, so it's still like.
Oh man. Yeah, I had this, this guy called Senpai or whatever, Senpeezy. Yeah, he had this fucking meme on his channel or whatever, right? That was of Snob dancing around without a shirt on, and I was looking forever for that shit, and I finally actually found it.
Oh, where is that? I couldn't find it. I haven't seen it yet. Even on
Dude,
the
I forgot. I had to do a lot of reverse searching and looking on somebody on Reddit.
Thanks for the views.
Well, no, I couldn't even find it on your fucking channel because it was on the old channel, but that's dead. So I had to find a re-upload somewhere where somebody actually re-uploaded it. And it was it was that weird song. I never knew what the fuck that song was. It sounded like that chicken dance song. Yeah. And somebody told me.
Listen, those are all taken from Greek songs, the opening references or whatever you can call them, which are taken from Turkish songs, which are taken from Hindu songs, which are basically some sort of a.
So basically, everything in life is always a ripoff of something else.
So there's no originality.
If you learned
basically
anything
cultural
from
appropriation.
No, if you learned anything from Disney, there's no such thing as originality. I haven't seen a single one of their movies that are original. They're almost always taken from something else, or always.
They're just basically the same story with a different color paint.
Yeah,
no, they're not all the same story, but they do take.
No, he's talking about
all
the
their
same
stuff from
story
other
of something else. They're
like,
oh yeah,
I've never seen a Disney movie or anything that is original. They're always taken from something else.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, well, WALL-E is a bit different, but it's still a lot like 2001.
Actually, no,
WALL-E
was taken up. No, WALL-E was taken.
It's the exact same structure as WALL-E.
WALL-E was taken from fucking Short Circuit. Okay, there's no way he wasn't based on Johnny Number 5.
And whatchamacallit?
It's of the
Lion King was taken by two things: Kimba the Lion mixed with Hamlet.
Ooh,
Hamlet. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Black Panther is just the Lion King.
Fucking Black Panther is the Black Lion King. What?
No, Black Panther is just the Lion King.
Oh, okay.
All over
well,
again.
I mean, the Lion King didn't have a supposed prosperous nation that is rich because they have some great resource, yet they never trade in that fucking resource.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's right.
It's called Pride
No, they
Rock.
don't.
Because Viradium does shit, man. It's the magic metal which so many shows are using as a cop out.
It doesn't matter if they have this one special metal that can be used for all the scientific stuff if they can't grow crops.
No,
they only have so much land.
No,
they just use the metal to grow crops.
Damn it.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
They grow crops.
That metal can do literally anything.
You can plant the metal. Plant the metal.
Yeah, but you only have so much space.
Well, then
no. They have like unlimited space.
Yeah,
they have multi-dimensional crops.
I know they're not following the comics, but in the comics, at least Wakanda was an actual country, and it pretty much looked like that the whole time. They didn't really focus too much on the scientific progress they used to have. So the movie has this problem of they're trying to stuff too much in one city. Whereas in the comics, it was an actual big country somewhere in Africa.
No, man, they just have lots of underground tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they grow in
as soon as like,
all
right, when I got to the end,
Gurren Lagann, the Hood edition.
wow, the strong end was coming out. Okay,
what about nigger?
When I got to the end of the Black Panther movie, I immediately made the joke. So what? Because they end it with him saying, "Yeah."
Well, I mean, if I said Black Panther Nigga edition, it would have been too redundant.
Oh my god.
But at the end of Black Panther, the guy like announces that their country's actually like super wealthy and advanced. And I was like, wait till they find out next week that the country next to them was also super wealthy and advanced, and they'd also had an even better cloaking device.
Oh no! And then you find out that all of Africa is actually rich.
Is that your point?
Africa is actually the richest country in the world.
And
Yeah, you know what? You want to know what?
it's they've all been faking it this whole time. All third world countries are actually far more prosperous.
So, question, Snob, I have a question. What's your opinion on the Ruby fan base?
Oh, Fat Man Falling.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say here because I'm not following the fandom. I was watching the show, I'm not following the fandom. But it's, chicks doing fighting. There's nothing else to talk about. I'm not really looking.
Fat Man Falling had a lot to talk about. How it fucks up.
Yeah, you should check out Fat Man Falling.
How it fucks up on almost every conceivable level.
What are we talking about?
Ruby.
Are we talking about the fandom or the show right now?
The show, and then easy peasy. I know he talks about the fandom, the fucking cringe in the fandom.
And also Manga Common made a video on the fandom, I think.
I mean, if we're talking toxic fandoms, we all know the worst one is Steven Universe.
Yeah.
I only follow the anime fandom. I'm not following cartoon fandoms like, Steven Universe or Ruby or whatever. So I do not know what's going on there.
But Ruby is talked about by so many weebs. Well, how can you not know?
It's not anime.
Ruby has some of the worst voice acting I've ever seen.
Ruby is the only one. I usually say cartoon YouTubers and Anitubers, but people
Ruby-tubers?
I literally say Ruby-tubers because that's when people do videos about Ruby, that's all they do it about. There's literally channels like I've seen like 20 channels dedicated to nothing but Ruby.
Speaking of Fat Man Falling, I like this one video where he was literally just going on about if you can't find a good plot or find a good anything, just put lesbians in the fucking thing and people eat it up.
Oh my goodness, that's
No, that's not how it goes. When you're stuck, you just introduce more characters. It's the
but make them lesbian characters. There you go. That's all you got to do.
You do both. You introduce
Super did
two
that.
lesbian characters. There
just
you go.
introduce more
You can always
characters. It's the
introduce more
Bleach way.
characters for lesbians, but then you're just going too far.
That's
The
Dragon Ball Super did that.
Like basically, it's like for example, ER when he made that video about fucking Life is Strange or Life is Tumblr.
Oh my goodness,
Like
I
what was
love that video.
the fucking point of them being lesbians?
It's not even a point in the
everyone
the
can
game
just
itself. It's like
use as a
50%.
counter argument. What's the point of the other guys being heterosexuals?
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of doing anything?
Well, I can tell you there's a huge point in them being heterosexual. Like, the survival of the human race.
Oh yeah, with the people
Cloning.
did you guys see
Next
this
I
stuff
got
for
a
How
much
to Train Your
bigger-
Dragon on that?
Okay, fine. I got a much bigger answer to that. It's fucking
Oh, boy.
gay.
Oh
Okay.
man, it's gay.
Heterosexuals pretty fucking gay.
Whatever.
Okay, it's we all know it's just for the reaction, right?
Yeah, we all know
Like,
Necro.
oh man, they actually dared to do that. But nowadays everyone does it, so it's just another thing. It doesn't mean anything. It
We all
used to
know.
be
We all know
when-
that.
Speaking of
Yeah.
gay, it's
We all know
Pride Month.
Necro's gay. Yeah, we know Necro's secretly gay.
Yeah.
See,
We
it makes
know
it,
that Necro is secretly like Digibro. He wants to become a cute magical girl, so he can be gays with his OCs and stuff.
Be gay with my if my OC is a woman and I'm a guy, how
you
would
want
that be gay?
you want to be a magical girl,
No.
a girl. I didn't say guy.
And you want to have feet in your mouth.
Oh yeah.
Wait, where did the feet come from?
It came from Hyrule Anime.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, apparently, that's the foot. I forgot he drew that for me, but he hasn't drawn that revised version of it yet with that new tablet he has.
So, Snob, what do you think about people trying to insult
Actually,
you by drawing you
I don't
fan
think.
art
I don't think.
and
He's
then a
prob- I don't
foot
think.
in your mouth?
Actually, to be honest, I don't think he's ever probably going to draw that revised thing because
It's probably
he's,
the best he could do.
could be that.
Pride
Could
he
be
didn't
that.
think I would see it.
But at the
It's
same
Pride
time,
Month,
he's
so-
going. Apparently, he's going through some pretty fucking hectic shit. He's got the same disease his mother has. Apparently, something with his fucking face. Oh yeah.
Fucking
He's gonna-
ugly-itis.
Well, I forgot what he called it. It was something where your cheeks look all rosy or some shit, but it's killing your fucking cells or something.
I think I heard about that.
Sunburn.
I don't think he's worried about revising a fucking picture of you with your foot in your mouth, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, he said that he was going to draw me one. He himself told me that.
Maybe if you donate to his PayPal.
I think that one video on him is enough. Like, it fucking, like, got him, like, dude. Like, he hasn't said anything about your content, has he, Necro? He hasn't said that your that your content is shit, and his content is the epitome of a masterpiece that you should fucking strive to be.
Alright. So we have yet to actually debate anything.
Okay, fine. Plot. You can start it. I said...
Well, I want to...
Also,
I want to know what
I'm going to go ahead and go.
I want to know his problems with this show so I can defend them.
Say what?
I want to know Snob's opinions or reasons why he dislikes it so I can defend them. Because
dislikes what?
My Hero.
Okay. Necro left. Oh god.
Yeah, he said he was.
Yay!
I told.
Good riddance.
So Snob.
Okay,
we can finally talk about him behind his back.
my problem with My Hero Academia is that they overhype it. The end.
So
That's
basically, who are you talking about? Are you talking about the anime overhypes everything or the YouTubers?
Everyone.
The anime's been pretentious, and anyone talking about the anime is being double as pretentious by making it seem like it's better than what it actually is.
So you wouldn't have as much of a problem if people weren't fucking overhyping it.
And it's
right?
it is a
That
triple
doesn't
That's
make
pretentious.
if it was ignored, yes, I wouldn't have that much of a problem. But I would
Well,
still have
then
a problem
then you wouldn't have
because
to
the show itself is constantly contradicting itself.
What are you-
I've made a series of videos. Don't make me repeat myself.
I couldn't even find most of them. I think they were on your deleted channel.
No.
No, by now I have re-uploaded almost everything. You can easily find them. You just didn't watch it.
I couldn't find anything past like episode 30.
No. Whatchamacallit?
No, not episodic. Truths.
Yeah, you. It's
The truth
on
ones
his-
aren't necessarily for My Hero. It's just
No, there is
normal.
some. You can look
Yeah,
in the
this is an
playlist.
exception.
He has-
This is an exception. My Hero
Actually,
is so
you know
bad.
one
My
of it-
Hero Academia is so bad. It has its own series of truth videos dedicated just for itself.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did some. He also did some specifically, I think, episodic impressions on it or whatever.
Yeah, I make the episodic and then I expand on them by
Yeah,
usually making a
almost
video.
all the ones that I've seen are just you saying this is the most original show where you're making fun of it.
You didn't watch enough. Okay, here are the basic ones I'm watching now with my list. First, it's Destiny, because yes, My Hero Academia has Destiny despite not having any prophecies. First episode. This is how I became the best hero. Holy shit, you're telling me how the story is gonna end. I hate you
So what?
already.
How?
No, I hate it. I don't want to know how it's gonna end by the series itself.
Do you hate
Do you hate
no,
Gurren Lagann?
no. In before that was just Deku being a pretentious prick.
No.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
It's
Like,
very
Imagine if we get to that point where he's narrating his fucking life, but it turns out he's a fucking bum on just some fucking.
You
bum
are
loser.
speculating.
Yeah, I'm speculating for the hell of it because I want to see
Openly
that shit happen.
states 100% this is it. If it's not gonna be true, then you're just speculating right now because it hasn't happened yet.
What do you think of Gurren Lagann then?
Yeah, but it's a joke.
Gurren Lagann does the
It's not a
same
joke.
thing with
It's not
Simon.
a joke.
That's what I'm
It's not a
saying.
defense against the
Simon
show.
being the
The show
narrator.
itself is telling you what's gonna happen at the
I
end.
never
It's
said it
terrible.
was the defense of the show.
Gurren Lagann tells you what
It's a bad
happens,
joke.
and you're like 3/4 of the way through.
No,
Very
it tells you
beginning.
at the very beginning, the very first fucking episode, it tells you what the ending is. Even though the
Yeah.
ending's wrong, but...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it never even goes anywhere with that shit. It's just like the fuck was the point of that? It's just
No,
to
it's
hook you
because
into
they
the
had
fucking
different
show.
plans, and they had some changes and directing changes and stuff like that happened with Gurren Lagann.
Mhm.
So it became
Yep.
completely different on what they were trying to do.
I don't know. That could just be a fucking cop out, man. Just an excuse.
No, that
Alright.
They just wanted to hook you in, man. It's gonna hype it up.
If they wanted to hype it up and hook you in, they would have done what the original. They would have done how it ended, because what you see is about a mech as big as a planet in the fucking thing. This mech is fucking bigger than the fucking universe.
No,
Okay,
actually,
Guys,
no.
If there is something Gurren Lagann did best, it's making a joke out of spectacle creep, because there's nothing that can top that from here on.
Wait, spectacle
So-
what?
He means
Spectacle creep.
I thought you were
It
saying.
means things
I've heard
getting
of
bigger,
power.
more
I've heard of
explosive
power
and more
creep.
bombastic.
Oh,
I've heard of power creep, but I've never heard of spectacle
he
creep.
just
Yeah,
explained
it's a term. It's a term.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
okay.
But
So basically, Gurren Lagann is the ultimate example of spectacle creep, but it wasn't trying to be serious about it. It's a joke, basically, on it. And there's nothing that can
That's the
top
thing
it.
about a lot
And
of
no matter
shows.
what you're going to say, you can always say, well, Gurren Lagann did that.
That's the thing about a lot of
Say
shows.
that
They
whatever
take
whatever
themselves too
happens in
seriously.
Dragon Ball in later arcs, well, you're never going to have a mecha bigger than the freaking universe.
No. Gurren Lagann is just a power scaling creep.
yeah, but all right.
That's
To
not,
get back,
another thing is that's kind of like just a lot of animes these days. They take themselves a little too seriously a lot of times.
Hey, Snob.
No. It's a bit deeper than that. They are not serious, and that they take themselves seriously without having the means to defend themselves. Whereas older shows, which were not trying to be overcomplicating, and they were not trying to be, deep or whatever, and they were not trying to promote the agenda that much, it wasn't coming off as bad.
Dude,
I mean,
one of the
listen. In Rurouni Kenshin, I always disliked the whole mentality of the pacifist.
Mhm.
It's like, I hate pacifist characters. The whole concept is ridiculous, but it wasn't coming off as pretentious there.
One of the fucking videos the anime man made about a manga was called a Yuragi So no Unisan. Dude, the straight up the guy
You cut off. Hello?
at the time.
Wait, did I cut off for a second?
It's so fucking stupid.
so who cares? Yeah.
Like why are you trying to be this fucking like? They tried to say this stupid shit. Like, like when will people stop writing stuff that's like fucking just like that? Because it's like, what if you got a villain, right? Who's a woman?
What's what? Oh,
No, he's never gonna do shit.
there we go.
It's like,
My internet
No, you
cut
said
out for
no.
a
He
second.
said he
Now
won't
I'm back.
slap her.
Heal or hurt.
he won't even do anything.
No. Well, then you just throw her out of the house. You just take her by the fucking hair and just throw her out of the house. You fucking
He doesn't even want to.
First of all, that's
do that
sexist.
either.
First
No,
things
that's
first, that's sexist.
realist.
Mm.
You're
No, that's
discriminating
realist. I would
against
do that
women.
with a guy.
Yeah,
if
but
they
why
had
is
one.
it wrong to be sexist?
yeah. What's wrong with
In
that?
this case, it's wrong because you're gonna let your entire family die because you're being a fucking idiot. But second of all, you shouldn't be discriminating against anyone when it
Well,
comes
yeah.
to helping your friends. And I have a very good example.
Sorry, I don't know what the
One of
conversation
the
is.
most
Basically-
famous,
I kind
one of the
of.
most famous
Yeah.
edge lords of the 90s in the West was Dreitzdo Erden, the dark elf with the scimitars. You probably know him. And he had made an oath never to kill another dark elf after he escaped his homeland. But in a later book, he is forced to fight another dark elf. And yes, he kills it because he had to because he was going to kill his friends. So then he renews his oath and says, I will never going to kill another dark elf unless I have to help someone I love. So yeah, he's sort
Yeah,
of like
basically, a lot of these
broke his oath.
animes,
I
But
think
then
I've
he
seen this in a
updated it.
hentai before.
a lot of these fucking animes will like put them in these situations where it's like they have like a job or something to do, but they show these fucking like they're in like especially like light novel battle hymns. There's always like you're supposed to be fighting to save the world or some shit, right? So why are you showing a bias? That the woman right there, you're fighting a woman, a female villain. She's a villain, so beat the shit out of her like you just did that other guy.
Yeah, that's true. Which is also why I don't like the whole pacifist mentality, because eventually you have to fight the other guy. You cannot have peace unless you defeat in battle or in war everyone who wants war.
Yeah,
So
you just show her what sexual dimorphism is.
Like basically, just every time if you have any kind of like authority or if you're got some job to do, you have to do it indiscriminately or something. You have to just you have to basically punish everyone equally. Otherwise, you're a fucking loser.
this self-sabotage makes sense on a completely moral level, but it's very impractical. By the way. It's
bullshit.
It's
yeah,
basically
it is bullshit. It is bullshit.
sort of corruption of it's a corruption of human nature, especially.
It's a corruption. It's about this prevents me from becoming evil. Basically, that's the only excuse they have, and I sort of understand why they're saying that. Imagine a guy who's like a top athlete and he's always winning in every single one. It doesn't matter what's the sport, but just once, he's forced to cheat or take dope or something so he can win. And for whatever reason, that one time after many years becomes public. It's revealed. His entire image is shattered just because he cheated once. It doesn't matter if he was right 1,000 times or he won 1,000 times. That one time was enough to destroy him.
You know what I like about a lot of older anime is that they had protagonists who were willing to be do the dirty work. You know, they didn't really
because
care.
they were not throwing self-imposed limitations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking Fist
Like,
of the North Star.
Especially when it was like, it was the kind of person who he had a job to do. Like, imagine a cop or a detective.
What's wrong with self-imposed limitations?
They are pretentious because if you break them once, it's the end. And there are always exceptions. That's what I'm trying to say. You cannot always do things right 100% your entire life.
Basically,
You
like
make a mistake, and that one mistake will be usually enough to destroy your entire image, and that's the problem.
Right.
Wait, but if it
have my question is, do you have that problem with stuff like Batman?
but if it's objective, then
Because it
Yeah, but
doesn't kill
Batman does 100% all the time. So.
In some cases,
Kaiser.
Batman is different. Where he's not like that all the time. Like, for example, in I think it's Infinite Crisis, he does use a gun to kill Darkseid. Like, he treats it as like, I broke my rules or whatever. But he says he had to do it.
Now he did it like
yeah. The thing with many superheroes, which are around for many decades, is that they get rewritten depending on who's writing them, because the pen artist changes, the writer changes, and this has the effect of changing the personality of a character, regardless of how simple he seems to be. You know how many times they rewrote the ideals of Captain America?
Are you talking about like when he went Hail Hydra or something?
No, that was mind control. I'm talking about what does being a patriot means. It changes every decade depending on who's writing him.
It seems like it changes every year for Superman.
Dude, Batman used to straight up shoot the fucking villains with a gun. Actually,
right. We've gotten way off topic. I don't even know what you got going on about now.
Yeah,
I don't think you had any kind of actual.
No, what I was saying is, but if it's objective, then wouldn't it be something 100% of the time?
Is if what's
I
objective?
don't even remember. I just remembered that was.
You can never listen.
Kaiser, stop
You can never
interrupting so much.
impose a limitation to yourself for something you believe. If you break it once, it's going to destroy you. There's no such
so
thing.
basically,
Exceptions exist. Exceptions exist to prove the rule. Okay.
What you're saying is never have a limitation that you can control yourself.
Yeah, but
Yes, I mean, imagine this.
Why?
How sensitive are you if you actually believe if you don't be like that 100% of the time your entire life, you're going to be ruined after that. I mean, how sensitive and fragile are you?
I mean, you might be
But
ruined.
it's good to have. But
You might be
Kaiser,
ruined on social
Kaiser.
media.
I mean,
Kind
okay.
But-
I mean, if
but
I
nobody
die once, I mean, my life's kind of screwed from then on. So, I mean, there are some
So
things.
you impose the limitation of making sure you're not going to die. What?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, he's talking about limitations like
having
Moral.
having limitation is
It's not
no different than.
rules that you set for yourself.
All right, Kaiser, be quiet. No, I can't even get it. I can't say anything because you keep interrupting.
You interrupt everyone on the show.
Me?
No, Kaiser.
I think that's common for everybody here.
No.
No.
We all fucking
no.
shut up to let someone talk.
No, you don't.
We've
Go
been
for
trying to say. Most of us have been trying to say something for a while, guys.
Like, I literally forgot what I was talking about, but I just remembered my next line, and I was just hoping to God that Snob remembered. And then Plot's like, and then Plot said, just happened to say, objective to what? And I was like, fuck you, Plot. I don't remember what it was. I just remembered I was supposed to say
Damn
that.
your goddamn attention spans. You cannot stay focused. I remember everything I
But
said.
it was like 15 minutes ago. What are you talking about?
That's your problem.
You also forgot.
Self-imposed limitations are pretentious because nobody's perfect. You
But
will
that's no
eventually have to
different-
break the rules at least once in your entire goddamn life.
But that's-
And if that is enough to destroy your whole image, then you were pretentious to begin with. Because you
But
cannot
that's
build an image based on being perfect all the time. It
It's no
doesn't work
different
like that.
It's no different than a morality, though, because people have morals that they want to live by, even if they don't always adhere to them. Are you saying that inherently it's
Having morals is very good. It helps you. It gives you a way of knowing how to live. Okay, there's no problem with that.
Yeah, I
But
wouldn't
being
really.
unable to break them without destroying your entire life, I mean,
But
come
the-
on.
I don't
Yeah,
even
so-
know too many shows that's like that, though.
I don't know. If you have the
That's
moral,
the problem.
if you have a
are you
moral
talking about?
against
No,
kidnapping children,
what I'm saying is I don't know of too many shows that have self-imposed limitations where if they break them, it destroys everything.
Anything that talks about ideals and bothers to have great characters is
No,
definitely
ideals are the same. Ideals aren't that different from morals. What are you talking about?
He's not saying they're different. He's just using different words to mean the same thing, I think.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
thing.
It can be ideals, it can be morals, it can be
Good,
something else.
but you don't
that
like
leads to
ideals.
great characters. I mean, come on, let's not make anything that's about good guys and bad guys that bother us to have at least one thing where the good guy is supposed to do something bad or the bad guy is supposed to do something good. You get that feel, you get that scene. It's enough.
The only
you cannot
issue,
break it once, either side, without destroying his entire image. I'm sorry, you were pretentious to begin with.
All right.
What's
So-
the point of having great characters if they cannot break the goddamn rules?
Right. Now, I can list an example of where I can tell when this is clearly in a show. The Flash, they have a scene, they always have scenes where it's like, if you kill this person, you're no better than them. But there are actual episodes where he has killed people in it. And I'm just like, what are we even arguing about? He's already killed like 4 people in the show.
Deadpool.
And then he hangs out regularly with a guy who's killed like 30 people.
Yeah, Deadpool is different. He's a mercenary. He's not
No,
really
but
a hero.
no, but
I haven't
I'm
said
talking
this
about in the
is
show.
about
They
the
were
Flash
doing
thing.
that.
Yeah, okay, I understand why this is pretentious for this exact reason. Whereas if we just take the simple example of Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility, this is not really a limitation, is it now? You just need to be responsible with what you have. It's not
Right.
a limitation.
I
It's
No.
defining
You
what
need
he's
to
going to
accept
do with
it.
his superpower.
you need to accept.
Now, how does this relate to my hero, though?
Okay, it relates with my hero because they say one thing and they immediately contradict it in the next one. Okay?
Like what? Give an example.
Okay, let's say now, heroism is whatever the fuck each one of them thinks it is. There's no steady explanation for what heroism means in the show. And it
That's right.
changes all the time depending on whatever each one of them thinks.
Yeah.
Therefore, it has no meaning.
well,
It's,
no.
it's, it's a
the
completely
whole thing is
personal,
a lot of
selfish
different-
image,
No.
which can even change depending on the episode.
No, because the whole show is different people who have different
Yeah.
views on what it means to
Um,
be a hero, and they're kind of all
Therefore, heroism
philosophizing with
doesn't
each
mean
other.
anything.
No,
It's
it
about-
doesn't. It-
Doesn't anything. What separates you from being a villain if heroism can be a thousand different things?
Oh, well, that's very simple. Look, like, I don't really like Hero Academia, but the answer is very simple. Heroism in Hero Academia just means defending civilization, and all the villains just want to destroy civilization and create chaos. So anything is heroism so long as you're defending civilization, whereas anything that's not heroism is just causing chaos.
So what about
everything else is just
what
bullshit
about
opinion that it's
No,
being
a lot of
selfless,
this-
making
what
money,
about Stain?
having duty,
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
is just in
Stain is an
service
anti-hero.
for civilization. But
Yeah, he's an anti-hero.
that's basically the entirety of heroism in
He's
Hero
an
Academia
anti-hero.
in general.
Yeah, he's an anti-hero, but at the same time,
Rika, I don't think you know too much
Treat him
about
like
the
a
show.
villain.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't think you know that much about the show.
No, what I was
'cause
trying-
they're-
I watched like
they
2
bring up-
seasons, and that's it.
Okay, so let's say Rika Fag's like ideas are the base argument, and then
Right.
everyone just adds like one other thing onto it, and that is
Right,
their
that's
idea
what I
of
said.
heroes.
I mean, it's not that different than what's
That's what I said. It's all in service of defending civilization, while all
Yeah,
the
that's
villains
like
just want to
the
destroy
base.
civilization.
Because you have Stain, who's shown as like a villain a lot of times, but he also had nobler goals of trying to reform society by doing actions.
He
even though
doesn't
they were
believe,
villainous.
Stain says he doesn't like heroes because they're piece of shits for heroes, and then he doesn't like villains
Yeah.
either because there's nothing good about them.
Stain was very much a Kantian in his perception
I haven't
of
watched
heroes.
that.
Because that's season 2. You said you watched 2
Well,
seasons.
I mean, sorry,
He-
I watched it until
He watched the
tournament arc,
first
and
part
and
of season 2.
Okay. Yes.
I stopped it
had-
at the tournament part. I didn't. care
Stain
for
has
it.
like a Kantian view of it, whereas you have to do something good implicitly without
Without selfish
wanting to
desires.
gain
Of
something out of
course.
it.
Of course, he has the true heroism.
He wants
selflessness.
true altruism for
Oh
to
yeah,
be,
the true altruism.
That's why he kills
And-
heroes.
True
Yeah.
altruism.
and he views that only All Might actually like purely upholds to this. And so he and it's not bad to like for Snob, for you to say that because there's a discussion about different views on how something works. That's to discount like all of philosophy in its existence.
You
to say,
don't
"No,
understand what I mean. They have so many different views on heroism. It's not like left or right. It's like
There's-
1,000.
So what you're
things.
saying is that there's no longer an
So
objective
so
standard.
It's no longer about
So-
something. It can be anything. That's
No,
what I'm saying here. And if you say that heroism is just about maintaining civilization, I can just as easily say that all this nonsense about trying to be famous and make money and be a celebrity is also destroying civilization, because how can you maintain a civilization based on this nonsense?
Not everyone has perfect
You
morals.
didn't really say how being famous for civilization
this is
that it does.
Just look at feminism. Like, that's an ideology that fucking destroys everything, and they think it's good.
The thing about feminism is that even feminism has its own sects to where they're like, oh, they don't all believe in the same fucking thing. To them, anything is...
Yeah, but
I mean,
every single
has different
strand
aspects
is
to
terrible.
it, but if you differ so much from one individual to another, it doesn't mean anything.
It does.
It no longer
Another
helps.
pretentious part. Okay, listen, guys, I can even move to this other pretentious part. You cannot really talk about heroism if you don't have a quirk, okay? You cannot be a villain or a hero without a quirk. So how pretentious is that? That you need superpowers in order to talk about it.
You've got the spin-off stuff where they even have people who don't have quirks that are participating stuff, and then you have the
But
civilians.
are they accepted as part members of the hero organization or
Yes,
whatever?
you know
No,
this
they're,
because Deku, before he got a quirk, was accepted.
Exactly.
So,
He was accepted so he can try to enter. He wasn't accepted, to enter. He was accepted as a candidate
to
to enter.
try. Yeah.
Yeah. So they didn't really know anything about him until then.
No, they knew everything because of the transcripts and everything like that. That's literally how you get accepted. They have to know your fucking
Well
background.
then, in that case, I mean, they already knew he had a quirk because probably All Might told him. Hey,
No,
I
because he
gave
doesn't have a quirk.
down to him.
Freaking All Might didn't even know about him until
He
then.
enrolled to take the test before he even had a quirk, and they allowed him to take the test. Now, whether he'll do well on the test is no different than people not doing well on a physical at a police assessment. So to point out that there's flaws, this points to flaws within the society, and this is a problem that the villains raise in the show, that there are flaws underlying society, and that's why a system needs to be overturned.
I mean,
and that's good writing. That's world development.
I don't disagree with the fact that you pretty much need a superpower to be a hero, just because of if you're going up against a villain, they're not going to hold back on their superpowers just because
What if it's not a villain with superpowers? What if it's just some crook stealing a wallet?
Vaporize them.
Yeah, that was literally the first villain. The sludge guy literally stole someone's wallet.
Yes, but he still had superpowers.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's why you need superpowers to fight them.
Not all criminals need superpowers to do criminal acts.
Yeah, it's not like there's an organization giving out
if 80% of the population already has a superpower, there's probably an 80% chance if you're getting mugged by someone, they might have a superpower.
Yes, but you're not following what I'm saying here. You don't really need a superpower to be a hero if you just stop some guy from doing a criminal act.
And you're right. And like I said, if they have all these tests, sure, you can apply. You might even get accepted. That's no different than...
Do they ever try to arrest you for trying to be a hero on your own?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Yes, officially. If you don't have a diploma, you are arrested for trying to be a hero without a diploma. Blah.
Well, that's no different than vigilantism with like Batman or Spider-Man, because you're impeding law enforcement. Now, if it's self-defense, then
we didn't have such a case. We didn't have such a case, so we cannot talk about it. Don't know how they...
No, what I mean is, imagine there's a situation, right? Like with cops, you got to call a cop, and there's not always going to be a hero around, right?
Right.
So what if you try to stop them yourself? Are you going to get arrested for that?
That's self-defense in real life.
Well,
they haven't shown such a case.
No. What I mean is that you try to stop the villain on your own, but you're not the target of the villain.
Then you get in
like
trouble.
You're trying to do more like civilian duty.
Guys, the closest thing the show had was when the other three invaded the city along with Stein, and they were scolded for using their superpowers to save civilians and themselves from the Nomu.
Ow.
See the pretentiousness here.
I know.
Right, but see, the thing that was the point with that is that they were active students in training, and then they left their post when they were under the guise of other people.
But first, when I heard that, I thought they were only scolded.
They went out of their way to find a person to beat up, rather than actively being in danger themselves.
So
what I
I'm trying,
which makes it different.
What I'm trying to say is, I thought they were scolded because they were using their superpowers because the superpower was not allowed, not just because they tried to stop them.
Also, again, we go back to the point. You cannot be a hero without having superpowers. And even when you have superpowers, you are not allowed to use them if you don't have a license.
Okay,
and
so
you cannot have a license unless you go through all the tests. You cannot go through all the tests without being a pretentious asshole.
I'm trying to get
what's your problem, though? What's your problem with that?
Why is Bakugo even in this goddamn academy? He's a psychopath.
My question is where are the
psychological tests?
All right.
Because it facilitates the dialogue.
Okay, everyone's talking at once.
Okay. My question is,
they give you secret points for saving someone during that attack of the robots in the first exam.
Hold on,
and then they say, we're gonna punish you if you don't save others.
Hold on. Okay.
Kaiser, no one
wait,
one at a time.
All right, fine.
My question is, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Are you saying it's pretentious and bad in that they never try to call out the Hero Association for this? Because because that's the only way I can see it.
They constantly change what it means to be a hero to the point it doesn't mean anything. It can be anything the show wants it to be.
You said it's pretentious in that it's like the heroes criticize people for trying to be heroes without superpowers, but do they ever get called out for being that way with other people? By other than
the show doesn't address it, but pretty much it says what happens. I mean, come on, guys. In the same test, they gave Deku. He had 0 points, but he saved the Gravity Girl, so he got lots of points and he passed the test. But when he does the exact same thing outside to save civilians and himself, now he's scolded. But he's not really punished because, he's a protagonist, so fuck you.
All right. I mean, all right. So here's the thing: you got mad. I remember seeing these original
first episode. He goes to save Bakugo without superpowers, and he gets scolded for trying to be a hero without superpowers.
Because he almost died himself.
And that's why he was accepted by All Might to be successor. See the pretentiousness?
No, I don't. I don't see what's pretentious about that in the slightest. What's pretentious?
He was chosen exactly because he didn't have any superpowers, and he still tried to help others. And from that episode onwards, they keep on punishing you for using your superpower.
Yeah, wasn't it really only All Might?
Right.
Like the Captain America movies where he did the right thing, like diving on a grenade and whatnot with no superpowers or anything like that and kept helping people out.
Because if I remember correctly, All Might said that his powers have to be chosen by the person using them, and it can only be given to somebody they view as somebody who's morally worthy of it or something.
Yeah. Well, that's what he chooses to only give it to someone he views as morally worthy.
And how is that not pretentious?
Because it would be like the best person to give their powers to. Like, if you're going to give your powers to a certain person, that, like, if you're going to give it to anyone, you might as well give it to someone who is very selfish and wants to be the ideal hero.
Somebody who's more like All Might than other people, basically.
Yes.
Right. So far, all I can tell
the only thing Deku had for helping Bakugo in that first episode was just rushing towards him and trying to pull him out, which is totally contradicting his whole concept of being smart and always thinking ahead.
Yep.
And how exactly are you the ideal candidate for the best hero when you don't really plan ahead? If he had some sort of a strategy and still tried to save Bakugo, I would understand that.
They did. He uses his bag and you see him.
That's kind of like a stupid idea for what to do when you're facing a sludge monster.
No, but it slightly worked. I mean, and so he didn't just rush in with no plan. It also showed decisiveness of action and a form of altruism, which were things that All Might viewed as important. Snob, so far as I can tell, every time you use the word pretentious, it seems like you're just conflating it with the word nuance.
Nuance.
As in,
Rika, were you AFK?
No, I'm still there.
No, were you?
Just listening. No, I'm still there. Okay. I did not leave.
Because
he's clocked out mentally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his attention span just passed. Like half an hour.
No. The thing is that I'm basically agreeing with Snob on this point.
Okay, nuance. What's the difference between nuance and pretentiousness?
Like. No, I'd like to know.
I'm not really doing it for me. I'm just saying. For those 200 people who's gonna watch this live stream. Okay.
I'm doing it for you.
You're
Because I
looking
think
on Wikipedia right now, don't you?
See, here's
What?
the thing. The thing is mostly that Snob is arguing, just to see if I'm right. The thing that Snob is not is arguing is not that it's pretentious, but it has contradiction in its storytelling, in which Deku at the beginning is being altruistic, then he's altruistic at the school, but then when he's being altruistic outside the school, he's getting reprimanded. And
When he's being altruistic where it matters, right?
Exactly. And is this correct, Snob? Just getting your opinion on this.
He is being treated depending what the plot wants him to be. So this is why, regardless
So, yeah,
of
it's
where he's
contradictory.
standing, he has a completely different reaction based on what the situation is about.
So you're saying
So
it's not
Every
following
single
narrative.
time.
So again, a
You're saying
contradiction.
it's not following narrative consistency.
No.
Oh, so
Okay, here's another example. He's fighting Muscular later on in the series. His strategy is just to punch the villain harder because he got he found new hope by a kid who just says, "Please don't die." And this is supposed to be heroism or some shit, because if he hadn't used his powers, by the way, without a license to save himself, he broke the rules, so now he has to be scolded, right, guys?
No, because that would be self-defense. Whereas the other one was him going out of his way to fight someone.
Yes, but how does that connect with heroism?
It does.
He was being altruistic and trying to save a kid while also saving himself. How is that not self-defense and it's altruism? What is the nuance here?
What do you mean? All right. Are you asking him? He's a hero in the eye of the
The
kid.
1 million power-up, which was only 1 million. What was it? Was it altruism? Was trying to save himself? Was strategy?
It was power scaling.
heroism? What was it? Bullshit writing, by the way. But what was it within the show?
Okay, so basically, are you saying that it's pretentious because you're saying it's pretentious
It can
because
be whatever the author wants it to be at any given moment.
So-
No, exactly.
hold on,
In a completely different point
please.
in the story, it's going to be something completely different.
I'm trying to
So
simplify.
this is an anime directed by Digi.
What?
I'm trying to I'm trying to simplify this.
What's the difference between nuance and pretentiousness? Come on, solve this issue already.
My,
be pretentious like
no,
Hero
okay. So
Academia.
let me just say this. Okay, so what you're saying is it's pretentious because first he's being praised for being altruistic in the tests and places where it's less where it matters less, but when he's actually on the field and supposed to be altruistic, he's being punished for it.
Usually, not always. Go on.
Right.
But is that basically what you're saying? It's pretentious because it shows
Yes.
that lack of a narrative.
Yes, and they
consistency.
keep on changing what a hero means depending on what each of the students or the teachers wants to do with his superpowers later on in his life. It's not always
Right.
the same thing.
I'm really liking this debate because it's going to make the next one so much easier. Because now I
Alright.
see what you like and dislike.
All right. So, to which I will respond with, it's not narratively inconsistent because it shows flaws within the society and the trade-offs people have to make for a functional society.
But at the same time, you also have but at the same time, it's the system that's praising him first, but then punishing him. So it's
And
kind of-
that's the thing. So often in life, because this is actually representative of, in ways, the real world, we have things that can be praised as good. You do the right thing for the right reason, or you do the wrong thing for the right reason, and you can get in some instances.
But in real life, a lot of
good.
times it's based on the situation, right?
Exactly, and the same goes for in the show. Based on the situation.
Okay. Let's
altruism's
just
good.
use America as
Good
an
in some
example.
cases.
Okay, guys, let's use America as an example where everyone has a gun. And let's say instead of quirks, we got guns. How does each situation handles the equivalence of instead of using a quirk, you're using a gun?
This kind of confuses me because
I see how confusing it is even in the real world.
But basically,
But we have laws,
what I mean,
specific laws.
no, that's not what I mean. What I
Specific
mean
laws
is
for this.
like for example, when he first tries to be altruistic, that's when he's trying to save Bakugo. He's praised for that, right?
Without a gun.
But in that
Like-
situation, when he tried to save Bakugo, it's not like there was any kind of control to it. In the second situation, they could have probably shut down the robot or something. In the other situations, it's the same as when he tries to save Bakugo, other than that he has a quirk. So he's safer now. So why is he being punished? Even though he has now a way to defend himself now.
So what you're saying is, before it was a controlled situation, and in the real world, it's uncontrolled.
But-
Oh, no. In
That's why he's
the first
getting
situation, it's more like if he was actually on the job when he tried to save Bakugo, except he didn't have a quirk. And the second time, it was during the test when they could have easily just shut down the robot to save Uraraka or
Right.
whatever, Gravity Girl.
Right.
But-
But see, the test was to see how they would act in scenarios. Whereas the first scenario, yes, he did get in trouble for trying to interfere. So it's not inconsistent with what later happens with Stain. Whereas the test that they were in was under the assumption as if it was like they already had a license.
But when they do have a license,
Now,
right?
Snob later complains that it not being heroic for Deku to fight off Muscular, but we don't have to conflate what society views as a breaking the law as the same thing as what it means to be a hero. Because this is one of the things that the show is following the law the same thing as being a hero.
No,
well, I mean,
they use their powers
that's
to save
nuance.
people.
Right. Sometimes.
Yeah, what's confusing is first, okay, so the test is like if they already have a license, but when they do have a license, they're being punished for what they were being praised for doing.
No,
before.
None of them
They
have
don't
a
have a
license
license yet.
What are you talking about? None of them have a license.
Then they become like
They-
interns that have like some kind of license to do hero work.
No, they didn't.
That's in the manga. That hasn't happened yet. That's in the manga. Where they
Isn't he talking
Oh.
about just My Hero Academia in general?
he's only watching the show, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I'm not reading the manga. I don't care about the manga. By the way, I have an example
not
from
referenced.
my life. Okay, want to hear this example from my life,
Okay.
Go ahead.
which is very relevant. What's going on in My Hero Academia?
That
Okay,
you're a god
ready
and
for it?
everyone else is
And
plebeians.
here's an insight to the snob's life. Okay, here's how it goes.
Aside from when you're watering tomatoes.
Yes, of course. I do more things than just watering tomatoes.
You
in my
also
entire
talk
life.
about Moe while watering the grass.
He talks about
also
like
cursing
slice of life
hipsters
sucks.
on the street.
Oh,
Okay, listen to this. In my country, we still have mandatory military service. We all have to go to the army. Okay?
specifically the
You're
army, or
following
can
me.
you go to any branch, or do you only have an army?
You can choose your branch, but depending on the demands, they can say, "Oh, sorry, not enough positions there, so fuck off and go there anyways." So you can choose where you want to go, but if there are not enough positions or there are more positions than needed, then your opinion doesn't really matter.
Needs of the military.
Yeah, exactly. So, by the way, I was asked when I entered, do you want to be just a common soldier or do you want to be a cadet? And I said, well, I want to be a cadet because I didn't want to be amongst the plebs. And as it turns out, there were so few people wanting to be a cadet that year that I became one. Easily, without even having to pass the exams. People were afraid of having authority in the army because it's a very scary thing to be in authority in the actual army without having an actual war. So, I was a cadet. They put me as the team leader of a tank. Okay, I was the leader of the tank, standing on top. Okay, telling them what to shoot. And we were in an exercise at one point. And the fucking idiot, simple soldier at the machine gun inside the tank was supposed to shoot at the target. But first he had to load the machine gun. And he couldn't do that because nobody
What's
trained him how
Mr.
to do it.
Cynical with? Whatever.
What?
Never mind.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
Continue.
Okay. So I was telling him how to load it. He was completely incompetent to do so. We were just standing there like idiots for 10 minutes. I was being told from the radio to keep on pressuring him to do it right. The guy was panicking. He wasn't doing it right. So I just did the normal thing anyone would do. I left my position. I loaded the goddamn machine gun and went back to my position. And I was punished for that because I was not ordered to leave my position because this was a test and supposed these accidents are what killing people. But if this was an actual war, not, an exercise, we would be dead because we would be sitting ducks, unable to fight back. Okay?
So basically, the right thing to do in an actual war would be to load it yourself if you couldn't do it.
Yes, by
because
far.
the other one couldn't do it.
So
it's exact same situation with My Hero Academia, and you see the pretense because nobody's openly telling them within the tests says, yes, these are just tests, they're not really what you're supposed to do outside there. What we're teaching you all this time is bullshit, okay?
yeah,
What we're teaching you in the school is completely contradictory of what we're supposed to do outside the school.
Yes.
They never make that clear.
That is-
They
So
just
your
wait for
problem
this.
with the show is that it's actually representative of real life. Wow.
No, it's not because they never address it before it actually becomes an issue, which is what
No.
makes it pretentious.
Oh,
They
so
made
once-
it clear in my case. They made it clear in my case that they punish me because people die when you break orders in the army.
Pe-
Nobody gets killed in the goddamn academy when you break the orders.
But people do
So-
die if they are killed.
They could die. Yeah, people could die, and that's the reason why they're laws to begin with. So you're saying that the show eventually getting to storytelling and world building is bad inherently. That's basically what I'm
No, it's
surmising from it. at
pretentious
this
in
point.
how it handles the whole situation. It has no specific rules of when you can or you cannot do something, and when it does, it keeps contradicting itself in favor of the protagonist every single goddamn time, I'm sad.
I mean, I could definitely relate to Snob
The scenario that you're
because
bringing up about him he didn't benefit. He got in trouble. What are you talking about, Snob?
He never gets punished, okay?
He does
He's
too.
All Might's favorite pupil. He's never gonna get punished. Never.
All right, I've been reading the manga, and he does definitely get punished. So
Did that happen in the anime?
not yet.
it hasn't happened yet. It's
Fuck
going
you.
to soon.
Okay. So, aside from My Hero Academia, wasn't there also a topic about Naruto or something?
Yeah, why Naruto is better?
Oh, okay.
Does anyone in here in this chat actually believes that the early Naruto was worse than My Hero Academia?
That wasn't the debate I was talking about.
I do think it's worse.
Naruto?
Snob. Plot does.
Yeah, I do.
Plot really
do.
hates Naruto, especially the beginning.
Not I don't care. The beginning's fine. It's better than later in Naruto, but I think My Hero is all around more
it's
consistent.
what the
than
what
Naruto.
that hates the beginning more than the ending.
Oh, really?
He hates the beginning more than the ending.
That's what the what.
You know,
How is this a thing?
I'll give Naruto this, okay? Naruto, even though he has a fucking nine-tailed fox kind of a fucking get-out-of-jail-free card shit, like, at least he does train more and better than at least, say, like a light novel Battle Harem where there's no training. So when he does train, even though he has that same I have a special gift shit, he does do hardcore training that humans probably don't do.
Yeah, what the what only likes the middle of Naruto.
When you say middle, what do you
I
mean?
have no clue. He's just told me the middle, and I was like, "What do you mean by middle?" He's like,
There are 700 episodes. What's the middle?
"That's what I asked," and he never explained it.
And there's a ton of fucking filler, too, so what is the middle?
He's never
Maybe
explained it to me. He's only just said he hates the beginning the most. He dislikes the ending, and he somewhat likes the middle.
So he hates episode 1, he loves episode 700, and he's okay with everything in between.
No, he dislikes the ending as well. Like he dislikes the beginning more. I think he likes the middle the most.
Does he mean beginning episode or beginning arcs?
I think it's beginning episodes.
All right, so do we want to move on to your debate?
All right. Do you want
Unknown? I don't think we're getting anywhere with Snob in mind.
Not
Okay,
at
I'm
least
gonna
not.
leave so you can have a chat without me then.
No.
No,
what?
Unknown wanted to debate something with Naruto.
Yeah, what I was saying. The Kakashi versus Zabuza, the very first fight, do you think that was good writing?
There was nothing contradictory about it, if that's what you mean in terms of morality. You know, in terms of writing, okay, you got a ninja that can copy anyone's moves at that point, so that's kind of a chip.
At least he's not the protagonist. At least,
Yeah, he's not the protagonist, and he doesn't just magically cancel everyone else's powers. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
So, as far as Kakashi goes, yes, he's a very cool character because, the mask dude. Mask dude.
Yeah,
I
just
think
look at my
I think
mask. That's why.
Yeah, I think what's good. I think what's good though is that even though Kakashi won that fight against Zabuza in the first fight, and he kind of steamrolled him at first, it was more so that Zabuza was just not expecting it. But then the second fight, Zabuza's doing better now because he expected it.
No, the second fight he's better because of the hidden miss jutsu to cancel out the Sharingan.
All right,
Yeah, he was
so
expecting it, so he prepared for it.
here's the thing with
See how
Naruto.
just like the supposed actual ninjas that were based on stealth, and they were learning from each situation. So this is what was making a tactical show, which is something we cannot say about most fighting shows, which is just mindless. Punch the guy with the power up of 1 million because the kid was crying next to you. Wow.
I have a power level of 1 million.
The power up of 1 million. One, it was just a number he made up at the time, but
No.
It's not
If
like
you power
it's
scale,
consistent with the
He's
show.
overhyping his own abilities, is what you're saying.
but I still
Yeah,
haven't
he
gotten
was.
to any of my points yet.
Oh no, I'm just trying to defend this one-off thing
Okay,
because
fine,
I saw
go.
a Snob video where he said that it was inconsistent because it's like, how can he?
So you
It's
got triggered
consistent.
by
He
a
can-
Snob video. Welcome to the club.
No, it's more of just since we're already here arguing, I might as well point out one of his logical fallacies. Is that he brings up that this is inconsistent, but it's clearly shown, like
So what
at the
about-
very
Kaiser,
end of
shut up.
season 1.
Yeah, no, shush. What about your point? You were going to bring up a point.
Yeah, my point was that Snob said that there was
Otaku.
No, I said Kaiser, shut up. We're trying to hear freaking plot. And then mine's right after.
Oh, okay. That's what you said. I thought you were trying to activate executive authority to bring up your point.
Why would he yell at you?
Point. When you said the point.
Go plot.
Okay, so I know Snob brought up that it was BS that Deku could have a 1 million % power up, which we all agree it wasn't actually 1 million %.
Unless you're Seth.
Unless you're Seth, the program.
This guy's stronger than time, man.
Okay, but it's not inconsistent with there because we've clearly seen All Might do this a couple of times throughout the show. He does it at the end of season 1, where you see that they have like their normal base power, and his plus ultra, where it's showing him like combining all the powers from previous users and overexerting himself. And it's no different than like the mom that can pick up a car.
Yeah, but isn't plus ultra supposed to be more like he's also trying to surpass the limits that his powers are putting onto him? Like,
no, plus ultra is just a phrase that means go beyond.
Yeah, but that's what it means narratively. He's trying to go beyond the limits that he's been faced with.
Yeah, but it's literally a phrase that everyone uses. Even inside the stadium, everyone said plus ultra as they cheered.
Yeah, but wasn't a slang phrase? Wasn't he the one who started that or something?
All Might apparently started it, but it was just it just turned into a phrase.
It's just a slang phrase. Who knows who started it? It doesn't matter.
Just like heroism, it doesn't mean anything.
Well, I mean, I just figured that he says it as the meaning behind his word phrasing is that you need to try to surpass your limits or something.
Well, All Might said that because he was trying to inspire his students.
More money or whatever the show wants you to do, depending on the situation. There's no specific thing you can do with plus ultra.
I mean, All Might versus Norm, like, All Might did say he put out more than 100%.
Yeah, that was completely bullshit, okay? You can say, well, it wasn't really 100%. It wasn't really 1 million %. It's all bullshit every single time, isn't it?
It's no different than, like, you running normally and you're saying, I tried as hard as I can, and then doing a bit better. It's you just pushing way harder than you're normally used to. Saying
your 100% is the maximum capacity of what you can do. It's not your normal 10%.
So you're upset that they use
just sitting down on a chair. It's just 10% of what we can actually do.
Right. So you're upset because they use crappy definitions for their base.
They use numbers first of all, percentages, which is the worst thing you can do.
Except
to
they're all figurative. They don't. It's not
like... It's like the dumbest thing in Yu Yu Hakusho is when they are saying, oh, I'm at this %. Now I'm at this %. Now I'm at this %.
and Dragon Ball
all power level. Holy shit.
This is my final form.
Oh, wait. That's my 100%. Oh, I forgot. I can go 120%.
Whereas Dragon Ball actually tried to adhere to these numbers the whole time. My Hero is only using as a figurative idea of what the person views.
Just like heroism is figurative, it doesn't really mean anything.
I don't even know where you're getting this idea that it means nothing. Because people can have debates about something, therefore it has no meaning.
Altruism, or plot convenience, or an excuse for a power-up, or whatever the plot wants it to mean.
I mean, what I'm viewing is you're viewing just the idea that different people have different perceptions of what the hero is, therefore it has no meaning. Like that, they're the deconstruct.
Dude, this shouldn't be the case. Okay? We shouldn't have a different view of what the laws are. We shouldn't have a different opinion of what justice is. Okay? We don't maintain a society.
What
are you talking about, Snob?
Fundamental ideas.
Debates of what is justice for all of history.
The laws are very clear about it. There's nothing to discuss.
Laws change too.
Snob.
Laws change all the time. What's wrong?
Laws and justice are completely different things. It's not justice that a man loses half his shit in divorce and then has to pay millions of dollars to his ex-wife for the rest of her life, and then he fucking kills himself, hanging himself. Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Is that really what happened to Robin Williams? Shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, he literally could not pay it, or else he'd go to prison, so he just hung himself.
From what I heard, that's the whole reason Robin Williams kept making a lot of the movies he was making, just to make the money for that shit.
I was like, that's not justice. That's just the laws. The laws do not equate to justice.
Okay, and what would the justice be in this situation?
Okay, I think what it comes down to it is like when it comes down to laws, it's more so like laws related to stuff that keeps people from getting hurt. Like fucking don't murder people, don't steal, yada yada yada. Just laws that we've had forever.
So
Those are the
It's not what you're describing is very much like what a dare to deconstruction would be.
Oh, no, my Hero
Deconstruction.
Academia deconstruct.
No. What you're viewing it is as like a dare to deconstruction. But the fact of the matter is, it's not that My Hero says that it can be anything. It clearly hints that tries to have an overarching goal of what it is. Now, is there some nuance to it that varies between person?
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes, no, in what way?
Genuine All Might is everything about heroism as it truly is, altruism and being selfless in helping others. Everyone else is a pretentious asshole. Everyone
So
else.
you're saying it.
Bakugo wants to be the number one hero because he never wants to lose.
So
That's
by you
what makes a
saying
hero, right?
to him, maybe, but you just proved
And
the
nobody
opposite of your
bothers
point
to
the whole
say that
time. You
nobody
just
needs to be a hero.
admitted that the
That's
true definition
sociopath.
and
That's school bully. Not Sasuke because he maintains the status quo at the end of this arc.
and he
Bullshit.
grows throughout the show to understand what the show wants to convey as what it means to be a hero more throughout the show. So
That
by
happened.
Bakugo's, it's slowly happening. We see that
Slowly happening. I don't see it, but it's slowly happening.
Well, one, we have like what's in the first season after he does the test he compares him to other people, he loses some pride. And then we've had the recent stuff where he was kidnapped, and then you hear a speech with the villains
basically
where he's reflecting.
it's a learning process for Bakugo.
For Bakugo, it's a learning process, yes. Wow, look, character development, that makes a show bad. He should have started out perfect, like a Fist of the North Star.
Ooh. Fist of the North Star was never trying to be pretentious in what heroism is about.
No, he was saying
Over
the
there,
character
you're
was supposed to be
strong,
perfect.
you can do whatever the fuck you want. The end. There's no debate.
Well, I mean, the thing about Fist of the North Star, it's like when we were talking about that, we were talking more about like comparing that to light novel Battle Hymns, where he just starts off the strongest and doesn't try to come up. The story doesn't try to come up with a
There's
pretentious.
no
Not
hurry.
true, because freaking Kenshiro, while at one, is not really the strongest.
He's one of the strongest,
He
but
was
it doesn't
one of
try
the-
to. It
but-
doesn't try to. Yeah, it doesn't try to present him as an underdog or
It-
some shit.
By no way, he's not an underdog. He's generally overpowered, like extremely, but he's not the strongest, because if he was the strongest, he wouldn't have needed to gone through every person and learn all the techniques, which also makes no sense, because the Hokuto Shinken's supposed to be the unbeatable technique, so why the fuck learn other techniques? Whatever.
Yeah, it's because he was not really the one chosen to be the successor. It was the white-haired guy, okay?
Yeah.
But that guy was injured, so he had to go to Kenshiro, which had an incomplete...
Actually, no. In the second season, wasn't it proven, or the second part, wasn't it supposed to be Kenshiro's actual blood-related brother, who's supposed to be the heavenly chosen successor? But
Not Raoh, but Raoh.
Raoh.
no,
that-
not Rao, the other guy. There was
Yeah.
another guy.
Kao.
Who?
Kao was the brother of Raoh,
Yeah.
and Raoh thought he was the actual successor, but no.
Yeah, no.
was
There
actually
was
Toki.
another guy. You know, the guy that Kaio had a grudge against because he was like the chosen.
Oh, him.
Yeah, the guy who's actually Kenshiro's blood-related brother that he got separated from when they left that land or whatever. He was supposedly supposed to be the genuine chosen successor, but apparently
Never happened because they never left that goddamn Shura place, so yeah.
All right, Snob,
Second season is generally us pulling out of crap, so... it's hard
Snob,
to
what's
take
your
it seriously.
opinion on Psychopaths?
Psychopaths, oh boy. That is the definition of pretentiousness, because basically every single conflict in every single episode, because we're not going to talk about an ongoing plot, it's just episodic, comes down to, oh, we cannot really scam this guy to tell if he's a criminal. Oh no. So yeah, basically every single conflict comes down to, we missed the spot, it's a blind spot, we cannot actually measure someone's, here we go, power levels.
Right.
What was it called? The criminal efficiency or something? Or efficiency? So
Yeah.
it basically comes down to this. Okay, we have blind spots. We didn't bother to put every single goddamn door with a scanner, so this would never happen. And from there on, we just have pretentious dialogues, which are coming down to, we have this super duper technology, which can do all this crap about holograms and robots and making you shoot stuff and giving you drugs, but we cannot just place a simple camera under every door or some nonsense. See, the pretentious is right there.
The whole thing with the civil system itself is just a representative of the judicial system and how it works.
Not really.
But in every single episode of the show is basically a different philosopher's take on the idea of justice. Exactly.
And it contradicts itself again and again and again and again.
Yeah, and different views on different justice. It doesn't make it contradictory because different people have different views on something. That doesn't make it a contradiction. It means that people don't know the answer to something.
Mm. It sounds
Therefore, the society is bullshit.
Sounds like a fantasy utopia.
What?
The society is bullshit.
What's your opinion on what's Snob's
not have a society based on speculations.
What's Snob's opinion on
listen. Ancient civilizations were based on emperors and kings. Whatever they wanted, they were getting it. They were the justice. They were the ones that truth.
Right.
Does that make the religion says its dogma? That's what's going on. Specific stuff. When they disagreed with somebody, we had wars, we had heresies, we had the Crusades, whatever. We always had a struggle. We always had a conflict. And it was solved outside of it. They were separating themselves into left and right, different fields. They were still clear what they were fighting for. The Crusades knew what they were fighting for in the same way the Jihad knew what it was fighting for. There were no...
you could argue.
You have to argue why did these new groups emerge. It's because they didn't agree with the different forms of justice or the different levels of poverty at the time.
No, it was not different. It was more like
it's not. This isn't a world where one person says how everything works. You have nuances between people, and that normally goes into forming a society.
No, not a society. Forming different groups within a society, which led to different societies.
Right. So, are you saying
when
because
you have every individual with a completely different view of what justice is, you wouldn't have a society because each basically family would be its own city-state sort of stuff. Here's a simple example: Gravity Girl wants to be a hero just to make money. Why is she just being a villain? She can steal a bank. The end.
Well, yeah, but then she can get caught, and
she might get caught, or she might not get caught.
With a freaking quirk like gravity versus something like fucking All Might.
Some safe, I don't know, something like that. You can do 1,000 things with it. No, that's besides the point.
Are you going to
do 1,000? Yes, I did. But you could do 1,000 things with gravity, but the fact about that is she's not all that good with her quirk. It's like if she was gonna face someone like All Might, she'd be fucked instantly. Both.
Thank you. Everyone would be fucked if she faced All Might. That's really an option.
Well, if you look at the majority of the heroes, she would not face well against them. Like the only reason she held her, the only reason she held her.
Who trains the villains?
No, what I was trying to say is
themselves, probably.
There were many powerful villains out there. We all know that already. Let's not pretend they're not. And they somehow learn how to use their powers, and they're not getting caught or whatever. So you can see how it's not exactly an excuse not to go to the academy so she'll know how to use her powers. She can stay underground, find maybe other villains, and train there.
What I'm saying is, her quirk.
I can post the same
money. Take them.
What I'm trying to say.
What prevents her? What's the moral code of not stealing the money she needs right now? Not in 10 years when she gets her diploma or whatever.
Snob, I can pose the same question to you now. Why don't you just learn how to hack systems and steal money from banks?
Why would I do that? I don't need that much money.
Why would she do it?
Is it the sequel to Tatami Galaxy?
Oh boy.
I mean,
I don't do it because I find no purpose in doing it. I don't need that much money.
What if you don't need that much money and just take Digibro's Patreon?
Mm-hmm. So, Snob, what's your opinion on tokusatsu shows like the Metal Heroes, Kamen Rider, and Super Sentai?
Well, that was a sudden change of the question of what's going on
because
here.
the Unknown Otaku pretty much brings up Digibro, so why not why shouldn't I fucking ask it?
Okay, what about it? For kids, it's the older ones were very depressing and dark and violent, and then it became advertising.
What would be your favorite older tokusatsu shows?
My first one, obviously, it's usually the first one. Bioman was my first one.
Have you ever seen the Space Sheriff series?
Gaban. We only had 10 episodes, and then I watched the rest, and it's like, oh, it turns out it's not as complicated as I thought, because it had only one hero. One hero doing cool shit can only get that interesting for X amount of episodes before you get bored of the goddamn repeated stock footage. But if you have a team of superheroes, like, Super Sentai, 5 or 6, and a team of different villains, then it's much harder to get bored of it. I mean, yes, eventually 50 episodes per season is always getting stale after a point on. So they need power-ups or something to flavor it, or new villains, or new heroes. The Sixth Ranger, it's all the tropes there. So it's a lot harder to get bored of a Super Sentai that is on Metal Heroes, which is, from what I know, always 1 or 2 heroes, so it gets very stale.
Well, I mean, in some cases, yeah. I think B Fighter was a little bit different. It was more like Super Sentai where they were color-coded. That's what they got Beetleborgs from. And in the second one, B Fighter Kabuto, I think they had 5 or 6 fucking different heroes.
So it seems like the chat's wanting to know your take on Devilman Crybaby.
Didn't he already make a video on that?
Yes, I did. End of discussion.
Okay. Chat, if you want to see it after this, go see his Devilman Crybaby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
lessons from the past, number 1, by the way. It's not really an overview.
Oh, okay.
The thing about a Space Sheriff series, I think one of the only reasons why it got I think one of the reasons it got popular was probably because around episode 17, I think, or 18, they started using more often this special theme song that would play whenever you would use the laser blade. Because it was a pretty good song. It was well received, the music, which they
I want to know about it.
Yeah, basically, I think that when I was watching Gavin, though, it was really weird. It was really inconsistent because the stock footage showed two different. The stock footage of when he activates the sword shows a different blade than what he actually uses sometimes, right? And I don't know what was wrong with them, but so in terms of that's Metal Heroes. What about Kamen Rider? What's your opinion on that?
First of all the shows were basically the same thing. They had absolutely no complexity to them. It was literally Enemy of the Week with pretty much the same setup. No matter what the villain was doing for 20 minutes, doesn't really matter.
Isn't that the tokusatsu formula, though?
Yes, but you had lots of characters which were interacting with each other and some form of a build-up amongst the animosity of the different villains. So it was a lot harder to get bored of that. Plus, there was no final fight with giant robots in Kamen Rider. Yes, it's filler. The last 5 minutes were all this filler fights. You didn't really need the giant robots fighting each other when you already defeated the monster. But no, then it was becoming bigger and you had to defeat it again, which is bullshit.
All right.
But it was making it fun. So it was a lot harder to get bored of it.
All right, let's move on to Unknowns. I'm not going to talk about My Hero anymore.
Finally!
The chat is really hating the My Hero Academia debate. So
why?
It carries on for too long, I guess.
Yeah, it was. Because
it's not my fault. You guys want to persist on that, the nuance, and I'm wrong.
I don't care about philosophy. So.
Yeah.
You're always
most of the people in the chat also agree that you're wrong, Snob. So
they're all plebs.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, some years back, and I'm right.
I mean, I don't know. I guess he could argue though that popular opinion doesn't mean shit because people used to popularly think that the Earth was flat, but whatever.
I know they did.
Yeah, popular opinion used to be Sword Art Online used to be a masterpiece in the first
Kaiser, that was a fake thing they taught you in school.
No, it's not a fake thing. They actually believed it. There were 2 million new anime users, anime watchers going to the forums.
What I was saying was the Earth was flat argument.
At the time of Columbus, it had been well documented already.
No, even before
the Earth being flat.
Jesus Christ. The time of Columbus, only the Arabs were using it as the North.
No, even the Egyptians knew the Earth was round.
Who cares? We already know that the Earth
knew
was
that.
round.
The Egyptians found out it was round.
Why the fuck are you guys talking about the Earth being flat?
That's fucking because it makes more sense than heroism in My Hero Academia.
You guys goes from let's talk about an abstract concept to let's talk about why the Earth is flat, and it's like, who cares?
Anyone that says
why no longer go into chats like this.
No,
I brought it up.
4 minutes of my videos tell you more than 2 hours of this bullshit.
I mean, I brought it up, but they continue.
Why?
The whole thing.
No,
both of you are fucking morons.
Anyone that says the Earth is flat is racist.
Who cares?
Oh my god.
The Discworld books are very fun. Gotcha
Christ.
there.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So about the Naruto thing,
Fucking Earth. Holy shit.
about Zabuza versus Kakashi, the first fight. Why it's bad?
Oh god.
And my
Why
reasoning
is
for
it
why it's bad is because it's completely inconsistent with how Kakashi fights in every other fight. You'll never see Kakashi just fight by copying their opponents. Now, I understand that the whole fight was just to explain how the Sharingan works, but if you have to completely change your character just to explain how something works, that's terrible writing. You could easily explain the Sharingan without changing how Kakashi fights. Yes, he was called the copy ninja, but he's never done the same thing ever. And it feels like he's just
When
called
was the second time he fought after Zabuza?
the second time he
He
fought
did.
after Zabuza.
Yeah, did you use the exact same thing?
No, he did.
Also, here's.
What I
Also,
remember,
here's
it was against Itachi, wasn't it?
No, he used the Sharingan. He wasn't copying his jutsus. Like,
also, yeah, he did use it. With
no, I'm
Itachi.
saying he's using the Sharingan, but he's not copying everyone's jutsu. So when I'm saying,
Why? Basically, what you're saying is why make him be known as the copy ninja if he's only going to copy everybody's moves one time?
no, if he's just going to copy
He-
one fight,
Yeah, that's
literally
why I just said.
one
That's why I
fight
mean.
in the whole series never happens again.
Okay, here's a counterpoint to that. That doesn't prove that the fight is bad. It just proves that the entire fucking story is inconsistent and bad. You haven't
Yeah,
proven
no.
that the fight itself is bad.
Yeah, the whole show has been terrible from the beginning.
Like, you haven't really.
But let's be honest.
explained
But let's
how
be honest. If,
Just
if,
that one aspect is not communicated to the
All
rest of the show.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, guys,
about the
let's
fight.
be honest about something, though. Let's be honest about something.
I wanna
The
die.
Zabuza fight was the first big fight in Naruto, and All Might versus Nomu was the first big fight in My Hero Academia. Which one was the better fight?
The Nomu.
That depends.
Fuck
If
you.
we're ending it right then and there, then probably the Naruto one. Because, whatchamacallit, it's bad just because it's
Oh, God.
completely inconsistent with all the rest of the fights.
Oh, really? Okay, let's see now. First fight
Oh.
with Nomu. Oh, no, my 100% power is not enough. I need to go beyond that. And then he fights all for one and said, oh, no, my 100% power is not enough. I need to go beyond. Yeah, totally not inconsistent. It would take into account later.
What are you talking about being inconsistent? Freaking All Might went past 100%, and then Deku goes past 100%. That doesn't seem inconsistent.
Also, the actual fight with Nomu was basically exchanging punches until he went over 100%. Wow, that's the entire strategy, guys. And everybody was hyping that battle is like the most amazing thing of the year. What are you talking about?
Guys,
Yeah,
I don't know
Hearing
any,
was
I don't know
fun,
any
not
fight that's smarter than just punching someone harder.
Oh, well, you could argue, I don't know. Maybe it's smarter because it's simpler. Maybe it's smart to be simple.
No, it's not smart to be simple. It's more direct to be simple.
Okay. Well, okay.
And even Feast of the North Star, which about guys punching each other.
Chibi might
strategy
argue.
half the time than
Chibi-
everything in My Hero
no,
Academia.
Here's the thing.
Just believe that.
Chibi might argue though that being direct is symbolic of being smart, man. It's my smartness symbolism.
Yeah, waving your arms with precision takes a lot of brains, man.
Yeah, it's so symbolic.
Here's a flower.
And you've got a flower, don't you?
All right. So I feel the need to point out that Naruto using the talk no jutsu to talk Zabuza out of letting them build the bridge is no different than any of the crap that they do throughout the series, because both sides are just ninjas for hire.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the first fight specifically.
I know. I'm just pointing out the whole problem with the talk no jutsu in general.
No, Math
Oh,
They're
you
just
mean the Takumo
warning
Jutsu, which didn't work on Haku and he had to murder him with his secret powers and he felt shit about it?
No,
Hold on,
what
wait,
he calls it. Math
I'm
Liz
just-
made a whole video about talk no jutsu and how every fight is talk no jutsu.
Talk.
Oh, yeah.
Jutsu.
Yeah, there's-
Okay,
Excuse me, they explain their powers in the middle of a fight. There's always Takumo Jutsu in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's not what
He's-
talking jutsu is. He's talking about him changing his enemies to his side.
yeah. He
Because
literally.
it's an ideological fight, blah, blah, blah. And so did Deku with the fire and ice guy. What's his name?
Right.
Every
Well,
single
what I'm
fight
saying-
is an ideological fight in Naruto.
Yeah, and that's not the problem. It's what I'm saying is that the in conclusion of them beating Zabuza and convincing him doesn't really make much sense because just like Zabuza, he's also a ninja for hire. And the only reason it's good for them this time is because they're the ones getting paid.
Well, yes, isn't it a fact that if you're not getting paid, all you're left with is your whatever pride you were left with? And Haku was already dead, I must point this out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but it was like...
Exactly thinking logically at this point.
Yeah,
I was
but
half dead.
Haku was
So
a trap.
basically, it's more it's an ideology of feminist propaganda versus MGTOW because MGTOW's one benefit out of being in a relationship with a woman. What's the point of not if you're not getting paid? What's the point of doing something?
But dude, it makes sense to be a trap in a show about ninjas which always disguise themselves.
Oh my goodness.
That's so cool.
Mind blown.
All right, we're going to start
blown.
taking questions. Chat, if you have any questions, we'll be taking them now.
Is this
It's
over
a shame,
yet?
it's a shame Necro's not here because he told him to.
Yeah, I know. And he didn't pass on the questions. I saw one question saying, Snob, when is your next book coming out?
Oh boy.
Why do you care about my book? I mean, I have read this. I have almost completed the second one. It needs editing, and despite all the editing and doing the first one, you still complain about it. So it's not going to coming out anytime soon.
I've never
Why don't you
complained
just get an
about it.
editor?
All right. So someone's
I paid
asking.
$800 and you still didn't like it, assholes.
Why don't you
All right.
just get a time machine, get the one from the future, and just copy it to here?
Oh, I just realized Digi also wrote a book. It all
He
makes
did?
sense. He wrote a visual novel. And
Actually,
he
he
also
wrote-
wrote, I mean, he kind of did it in like 2 days, but it's a piece of shit, but whatever. Like,
He
I
also
didn't
wrote. He also wrote
and
that fucking
Scott
light
also
novel.
wrote a
shit.
book.
The prophecy's coming
Mind
true.
blown.
It all makes
Did you see
sense.
the book? Did you see a guy making a video about the book
Mind
saying many people are inspired about it and they are all making fan fictions and OCs and some bullshit like they're inspired, keep on making their own stories. Thanks to Gigi Bro's bullshit today's story.
Yeah, no, Digi
I
is a fucking
remember
moron.
Anime
That's
Uproar
stupid.
did a live stream on your book.
Yeah, you were there with him on the live stream on the Rant Cafe stuff before.
Yeah, I remember. And he was basically the only one who actually read it because everybody else was like, duh, whatever.
I've never read it, but I've also never criticized it. If I haven't read it, why should I criticize it?
Actually, huh.
You
Hey, Snob.
you want us to read the book and then do a
Well,
review?
I'll say this: at least you're not like a Misty Cronexia trying to turn his book into an anime.
Hey, if I get the book, the first thing I'm doing with that book is making a video saying it's my favorite book, even though I haven't read it yet.
Oh my
That's my man.
So you're going to
favorite
Digi
book.
Bro.
Okay, guys,
No.
all you have to do is buy it from Amazon. It's only like $15 each.
Only $15.
It's $15.
God
Dude,
damn it, Kevin.
that's $14 too much.
Is that like Greek money?
So,
Someone told me to make a weird noise.
Pets New asks Snob, thoughts on The Night is Short, Walk on Girl? What's that?
The Tatami
I
sequel.
liked it because it's the Yuasa style. It's not trying to be pretentious, and that's pretty much it. Because there's nothing to talk
That's it.
about it. There's no deep narrative. There's no smarts or whatever. It's not Atomic Galaxy.
I've never heard of
And
So as long
it was the best. It was the best movie of its year, and it wasn't like Your Name, which wasn't from the same year. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It should have won the Crunchyroll Awards, which nobody even noticed because it wasn't about time resets and teenagers and
so I have a question then. What if the message of an anime wasn't something like, say, the stuff you see and whatever you don't like? What if it was more of a down to earth message that actually applies in real life?
Then it's slice of nothing happens, and it's boring.
So basically, even if it's like a realistic message that actually applies to most people, you still find it pretentious.
No, don't find it pretentious if it has a deep message that it's not pretentious. The Atomic Galaxy did not have a simple message and it wasn't pretentious. Don't confuse the two things, okay? Next question.
Thoughts?
All right, opinions on
How low is-
Rigatsu no Line.
God damn it. How low is your
Yo,
IQ?
like at the same time!
Okay, how long is
Snob,
what?
How low is your IQ? Damn it.
Not as low as yours, whoever asked that.
Well, he is a trap, so.
Low enough, right? We'll say that low enough.
Okay.
All right. Opinion on Three Gatsu no Line or March Comes in Like a Lion.
I watched 2 episodes. It was fine. I dropped it. Next.
It was fine, but you dropped it.
Can
No.
I join?
Yes,
the
because it was nothing
debate?
special.
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right.
What about you? Whoa, I'm trying my best here. Okay. What's your thoughts on Bakuno? I think he's done
Baku?
Bakuno.
Bakuno.
That's the one that
Bakuno.
that's the one with the manga starring about the fucking
The
people
flying,
making
the
manga or
flying
whatever.
pussy.
No,
foot.
that's Bakuman.
No, Bakano.
Bakuno is the
Bakuno is
The
like
one with the train
yeah,
and
the flying
immortal
pussyfoot
people.
train where everyone's
Yes.
a fucking
people that
immortal.
did the ra 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 ra.
Yes. Controversial opinion, that anime is overrated as fuck.
Agreed.
What? Which
Bakano.
Oh, Bakuno.
And the only reason that it's praised to High Moon is because of the dub and
And his
like
fight.
and the the narrative is jumbled. Other than that, everyone's like, oh, it's so deep because everything's mingled. Oh, it's the beginning is the beginning and the end is the
It's deep
beginning or
because
whatever.
No,
can't-
everyone's.
it's deep because-
It's like Pulp Fiction.
But the-
How everyone fucking praises Pulp Fiction for being a jumbled story.
Exactly,
Basically-
jumbled story. That's it. But even
Shit.
Pulp Fiction at least says something. Bakano is just like boring shit that nothing matters. And then at the end, it's like, oh, the mafia, they didn't do anything. Nothing mattered. The immortals, who cares? It was just some alchemy demon, whatever.
So
And at the
basically,
end, it's like,
people praise it for being confusing.
I'd rather
Yes,
watch
that's
K-On!
literally it.
again.
and like the only thing that matters is like on the train, there's like a bunch of random shit that happens, which is cool. You know, immortals and people, mafia just shooting each other. That's cool. But
I get
everything
the-
outside the fucking train is boring shit. And like, there's one part where the main villain, his goal is to like become immortal, and he does nothing in the entire story, and then he gets killed. Randomly.
I get the feeling that Digibro
It's-
loves this.
The Ra 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 is basically the exact same thing, but but it has more interesting characters. But by episode 12 or 13, it kind of goes off the deep end, and by episode 24, you just don't give a shit, and it focuses more on the kids. And I never watched season 2, so
I just noticed.
Yeah, the guy
so
who wrote
like, I would say that the Ra 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 is like slightly more interesting, but it falls flatter more than Bakuno,
Stop.
because at least Bakuno is interesting at one specific point.
Wait a minute, Snob. I just noticed you never commented on any of the things I said about the Naruto fight.
Oh god!
and too bad we skipped that part. Going back.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Yes, thank you, God.
We don't have to. We can do it later.
We don't have to. Let's not do it. The author of Bakano and the Durarara is the definition of why you shouldn't always care only about the journey and not the destination, because he never had any destination. It's just a bunch of guys interacting with each other. They don't
Pretty
really have a goal. Doesn't go anywhere. It's just stuff happening at the same time. Yeah. And
Yeah,
the
pretty
example
much.
with Pulp Fiction, the movie, was a very good one because it had a message to say, whereas
Yes.
no message in
Yeah.
these stories.
That's pretty much what I said. But yes,
I agree with you.
I know. I'm just
What?
saying that.
No, stop copying me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm you from the future too. Oh,
Hey,
no.
Snob, how many
Oh,
visual
yeah.
novels did you read? And what?
No,
is your
dude. Okay,
favorite?
so basically, Rika Fag is the light side to Snob, and Snob is the dark side. You were once one at the same person.
Oh
Except
no.
Rika's clearly smart, but hey.
I don't know about that.
Rika still likes that bullshit thing they gave him to read and he didn't like it.
That's so
Hey,
hilarious.
Rika, didn't you want
Hey,
to talk
stop.
about
How
it?
about this? I have a proposition for you, but it depends on what if you still have it. Do you still have the file of the reviews you made for Higurashi?
Yeah, all 2 videos of that.
Okay, so would you mind uploading them?
I would eventually do that.
Okay,
Yeah,
eventually. That's
because
fine.
he uploads them twice a day, a video twice a day.
Okay, fine, no problem. No, because the thing is that I just wanted to explain this. I'm not mad that you made them. I'm not mad that you hate them. I just disagree in how you read it and how you reviewed it, and I have no arguments about that. It just, I want it on the internet because it's perfect, and I love it.
Just every once in a while,
Yeah,
when
he read it.
Snob,
You read
See, here's why Rika is being pretentious right now, because we agree
no.
on Durarara being aimless and nonsense and jumbled mess, which doesn't really mean anything. But at the same time, he loves Higurashi, which is 8 roots of complete speculations and mystery baits, which don't mean anything.
Yes, it does, and it's called fucking red herrings. And by the end, you find out the truth.
What about Green
Trust me,
Herrings?
Bullshit.
trust me, Pet, you haven't watched his review. His review of Higurashi is literally that all the red herrings make no sense, and they were supposed to make sense. And it's like, did you even read it? It's completely
It's
fucking
8
maddening.
routes, 10 hours each, 80 hours of a game where 90% of it is harem bait, fan service,
Yes.
and red herrings, mystery baits, which are all fakes that
Yes.
don't mean anything. And the ending comes down to time travel, dimensional hopping, and aliens that are actually some sort of mystical force from the past.
That are also lollies.
Which is true. Yes, that's basically it. Yeah.
But he likes it.
So, okay. Question.
Still not wrong.
After 80 hours of this shit.
Yeah.
Snob.
thing
You,
See, the thing that you don't understand is that for all the red herrings, you're supposed to be fucking paranoid. And the parts with the harem, you're supposed to relate to the character. So when shit happens to them, when they die, you feel bad. But you never cared about it because you
Still
just thought
alive,
it
like in the
was
next
harem
arc.
shit.
I don't
Shut
have.
up.
That's your fucking problem with lack of empathy. It's not my fucking problem that the
Wait.
kids having fun with each other, you didn't give a fuck because you only saw it as harem shit.
I don't.
And when you saw the red
Yeah, but
herrings,
it's
you were
harem
like,
shit.
oh no, I don't feel paranoid about all this conspiracy shit. And
How can I be paranoid when the show focuses on them being like sluts all the time?
They're not being sluts. They only joke about it like 5 or 6 times. You focus too much about it.
80 hours. Fuck you. It's more than 5 or 6
Oh,
Snob,
times.
so Snob.
No.
I don't
Stop
disagree
just
that there's a lot of
replays it.
fucking lewd shits, but
Shut up, guy with a lolly
you
avatar.
literally called Higurashi a porn game. Don't give me that bullshit. And there was zero fucking hentai shit in it. It's literally just kids being lewd randomly, saying lewd shit, and then having fun, literally playing games. And then you're like, oh yeah, it's
It's
porn.
blown beautifully.
At least it's not as bad as that anime song saying Fate is a porn game. And then
I mean, Fate is a
No, hold
porn
on,
game.
hold on.
So I'm not gonna
hold
go
on,
with that.
hold on.
No, it is a
Hold
porn
on. And then
No, Fate is a porn
YouTube
game.
agrees by taking down his channel.
Oof.
So, question.
Yeah, but the naked Taroko is different. That's
Since
different.
you have played visual novels, that makes me wonder: do you also play video games in general?
I used to. Now I'm just watching playthroughs of them. I'm not looking at them.
So you have no opinions on E3.
Just say Snob. You have the.
I didn't even watch E3. I just watched a guy talking about the new Cyberpunk thing coming out. It's like, whoa, that's my kind of game.
I gotta say, Snob, you have the ultimate proof that Fate is porn because YouTube
Oh,
will deny it.
Yep.
Actually, Snob, hey, would you be interested in reading another visual novel?
Oh, no. I'm done with it. It's not worth the
How
effort.
about
It's
the
just Heaven's
sequel
Feel.
to Higurashi?
Unknown. Everyone's telling me that you sent the wrong link.
I did.
What link?
Oh, whoops.
What link?
The link to the Hangout or whatever. Doesn't matter. So Snob, would you be interested in
Sorry,
reading
man.
the sequel
I'm a man
to
of plot.
Higurashi?
He doesn't
Yes,
care
I'm
a
about
man of
plots.
plot.
He just wants cool action scenes.
No, he wants consistency. Yeah, so would you
I
be
want both
interested in
men
that's
punching
reading
each other in the
Higurashi?
face without lasting 80 hours of soft porn.
Rick effect.
Okay.
He wants consistency. That's why I brought that thing up in the debate about Kakashi and his inconsistent fighting.
Well,
But whatever.
It's
Well,
inconsistently consistent.
but I would. Okay, yeah, but would you be interested in reading Higurashi?
No. I'm done
What
with
if I-
visual novels.
What if I paid you? What if I paid you to do it?
$50.
Yeah, $50.
No, it's no longer about money. The amount of hours I spent reading that horse shit,
I broke. I feel.
I'm becoming paranoid just by playing those 3 or 4 visual novels I was paid to do it. Thank you. You succeeded in making me more paranoid than I already was with those fucking ridiculous dialogues. 50 hours of info dumps just to be proven wrong. You read 5 hours of how magic works in Fate Stay Night. It's contradicted. You read what's going on in the story of Higurashi. It's contradicted. It's
So
a version.
basically,
Is it that coming?
so basically, that's where your attention span ends, right?
You spend 5 hours trying to understand something, then they tell you, no, it's all a lie. Excuse me, how is that good storytelling?
It's called red herring, and if you read more mysteries, you'd know that's the point.
You're saying that there was a lot of red herring in Sherlock Holmes?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
There actually are.
Are
a
you
few.
insane? Have you actually read mysteries and detective fiction? It's full of red herrings everywhere. That's kind of the genre.
Alright.
Like the point of Higurashi is that
More
you
like-
think something.
More like
And then you
speculating. They're speculating. It's not really about red herring. It's speculating.
Alright.
It's not speculating. See the thing with I'm eventually going to make a video on Higurashi and why it's great. But the point is that it makes you think that. Yeah. Shut up.
It
You're-
makes you think that time travel makes sense.
I'm laughing at the chat.
Okay, the time travel is just magic and alien magic. You don't have to explain that shit. But the point is that it's just an effort.
Any sense of mystery is ruined when you have supernatural elements. The end.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but it's still
Plain
about
logic.
who killed
Therefore,
anything.
it doesn't make any sense no matter what the answer is. The end.
Well, no, because the mystery is still about who killed what. The magic is just to give a reset and to figure out who killed the person. It's like being your own detective.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do.
We already know
Like,
that.
the magic is not being used to discover the culprit.
Yeah, it's not as if
just a
it's the
method
magic
to
that makes
reset.
the mud or anything.
All right,
Okay,
so
nice.
But
It's
we
not-
already.
and
But we already.
no.
but we
let me
already-
add to this
we
discussion
already-
a bit. So,
Wait.
the,
We already
Okay.
know that
Every
Snob
time-
doesn't like
Bullshit.
Hey, that's all I hear him right now.
all right. So what I was going to say is, I have a tattered history with mystery stories to the point where I stopped watching them because I watched so many mystery sitcoms I could guess the entire episode plot beats from for the
Anime.
entire season.
I still
of
think
mystery.
you just watched the anime and you just remember the
No.
anime. You
I haven't
read.
watched Higurashi
No,
at
no,
all.
not you. I'm talking about Snob. I swear to God, because I know you watched the anime before reading the visual novel, so you probably just remembered the anime and you were like, yeah, the anime
I
shit.
mean, that's why the anime is
But-
brilliant.
Like I still like question whether or not you read the finale of Higurashi, but whatever.
Me and Snob.
But what I was going
one day.
to say is that
Snob.
Yeah.
when it comes to mysteries, there is a standard. I think it's called the golden mystery standard, where they have things where they say you shouldn't have
Oh yeah, the Knox
mysteries. Where you're not supposed to have anything of supernatural origin. But see, if you set up anything supernatural as something that you can logically deduce throughout the story as a rule of that universe or world, it doesn't interfere with the mystery of the show because it's still something you can guess and work around the logic of to predict the ending, which is half the fun of mystery novels themselves, is guessing the ending and trying to
Yeah, but
figure it out along
that's
the
the
way.
thing. Yeah, but that's the thing. Using the golden rules. The golden rules specifically state that
Wait, what?
magic cannot be used as a detective tool.
Hey, Kevin's
Oh,
here.
finally.
So, for example, in
Jesus
Higurashi, magic is not used as a method of understanding or figuring out who is the culprit.
Right.
Just as a method of resetting,
exactly.
trying to figure out again who did what and why.
So-
The whole thing about the magic
again,
not being
it's not the magic
used as
that-
it's not. It's because the thing with the magic is that you don't have knowledge coming from nowhere as a BS form of storytelling to begin with. So
So our local trap is here.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
thanks for joining
Otaku,
us.
you gave the wrong link 6 times.
I don't know what happened. I literally
I
copied and
kept-
pasted.
I kept joining a
we
different
have
call
the
every
He doesn't
time.
have many subscribers, so he doesn't have much power to have much responsibility. Get it? Aha.
Yeah, we have Kevin of the professor of trapology here, and we have Bio Mecha.
So I literally had to.
I'm the biomechanical life form. Don't lord me with your
Actually, I
organic
think I know
privilege, you
why
pleb.
the invite wasn't working. I think the invite because
Yeah.
one time during the stream I actually DC'd and I fucking had to re-enter the fucking chat.
Yeah.
Hi Snob, hi Rika.
I don't even know if y'all noticed that. I fucking DC'd for a good minute and a half.
I can't stay for long because it's 10 o'clock and I've got to go to bed, so I'm going to stay for an hour.
You gotta go to bed. Well, what are you in high school?
Okay, Snob. So
I live
saw
in
the
New
chat.
Zealand.
They said they want to know your take on the philosophy of futas.
Oh boy. No. That's not what he says. The thing, it's another visual novel called Tsubahibi, and it's pretentious. shit.
I've actually played that game.
Oh well, my opinion is that it's pretentious shit that tries to be deep and says nothing, and it's shit.
Speaking of food,
My thoughts on it is basically it's good for suspense, but anything else, it's a little bit pretentious. I'm
Yeah.
actually part of this visual novel book club, and I'm part of part 2 of that fucking recording.
Now, Pet Snooze literally
Okay,
asked,
and also-
what's the philosophy of futa?
speaking of
No.
food,
He's saying the thing is that Tsubahibi has Fuda and philosophies.
shouldn't you get retro chocolate here for that?
Yeah, he's
It
trying to
also
get
has
retro
gay
here.
shit, cocaine, orgies, incest, etc.
Yeah, but the problem with Subahibi is that the mystery, like, there's good suspense with the mystery, but the answer itself is just fucking terrible.
So
Oh yeah,
so
the whole,
basically,
like,
it's
I'm gonna
degenerate.
I like
spoil it
Higurashi.
right now. Like the whole mystery of it's split personality disorder.
And
Like,
even
I'm just
that
kind
is
of like,
ruined. Like at the end, it's like, oh no, it's not split personalities. It's this guy that got punched when he was a kid, and he absorbed the personality of this other kid that was like doing evil shit.
That's
And
how
it's
stuff
like,
works.
no,
how does that work?
stupid.
Joe, it's funny. When I actually first played the game, I thought it was like urban fantasy powers, like metaphysic powers that they're gaining by getting a new philosophy.
Yeah,
Wait
no,
a minute,
just,
that
it's
kind
been
of
foreshadowing
reminds
the
me.
entire time.
Rika,
Do you remember the cut content in Heavy Rain? Like you mind spoilers for Heavy Rain?
Rika, take this note.
I do. I haven't played the game yet.
Shit, never mind. I was about to say something.
Rika,
What?
Rika,
What?
take this note. One day, I'm gonna watch Higurashi again, and you will
Don't
catch
watch
up
it.
on your Higurashi.
Oh.
Read
Read it.
Debate.
Read Higurashi.
Nope, we're going to
shit.
debate
And then-
on which one
Unknown
is better.
Otaku. I have 2 seasons of it on a hard drive. You want me to link them to you?
No, I don't
read it. Read it.
No,
Read it so Snob can be proven wrong.
no.
I still argue that Snob is the only.
Reading
okay,
bullshit. Have
Snob,
fun.
you're the only person I've ever met that misunderstood Higurashi. In that,
You must be a really lonely person.
yeah, you are. It is ridiculous.
Stop. Are you lonely?
Not with you around.
Oh.
I mean, Mr. Cynical, can you just admit that Snob is just much more intelligent than you?
You know, there's
Burn.
one thing. Okay, stop.
No comment.
Okay, you.
No comment.
Stop.
Excuse me for not enjoying a show, whatever story that's 80 hours long and consists mostly of bullshit.
Hey, Snob. I want
Let's go,
Can you
Red
see
Herring.
that sound reasoning?
one day,
Jeez.
Snob. I want to try to invite Chibi, and I want you to be in the call,
Oh.
but you on like a different account and don't talk for like 20 minutes. And
Why?
Where's the fun if he doesn't
Hold on,
talk on
hold on.
Otaku?
Yeah.
20 minutes.
You might as well
Keep
not have it at all.
blocking.
What the
Hold on,
fuck?
everyone.
Surprise. That's what it's supposed to be. It's a surprise, and then instantly you're going to find that Chibi blocked you or some
No,
shit.
and then this will be it. After Chibi gets all of his things out, and is like, "All right, Chibi." Now the other guest, he just DM'd me saying he's back. I'm going to introduce him. Don't worry. Y'all can have your little talk that you presented long ago, saying
Oh,
you want to have an open discussion. Here's that anime snob.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then he fucks off immediately.
He fucks off and
Yeah, probably.
No, he runs back to his fucking mountain retreat because he fucking lives out in the mountains. He's the abominable snow chibi. Hey kids, want to read Tokyo Ghoul with me?
It's good because
he's a
it's
snow
edgy.
cheap.
No, they cannot read Tokyo Ghoul with him because it ends in 2 chapters and like 2,000 people will commit
Oh, that is
suicide
true, it
when
does
that
end.
happens. And before you know it, people will start saying, "Oh, it was never good because now it ended and it didn't answer all the things."
Snob, would you be up to something like that if I ever invited him?
Just a scorn.
Sure, as
just
long
a-
as he doesn't
yeah.
watch this video and he says, "Oh no, I'm prepared for it," or
Just-
any of the
ju- yeah.
fucks does.
Just
Don't do
immediately.
it! Don't do it! It's a trap! It's a trap!
Just a
And
scorn.
no, I'm not talking about the anime trap. It's an actual trap.
Yeah, not the good kind.
Is there any
you
other
gotta-
kind of
no,
trap?
no. Here's what you
got
gotta do. What you
Kevin's
have
not
to
even
do.
really a
Here's
trap.
what you have to do. What you have to do
It's
though
just a
first,
meme
you gotta
at
get
this
you gotta
point.
get you gotta get Chibi in the mood though. You gotta get him to do all his typical.
You gotta butter him up.
So close the trigger. If I'm getting you right, that anime snob has to do foreplay with Chiba reviews.
No. Basically, what Unknown
He's got to get him
Otaku-
into the mood. That's your exact words.
No, he's got to get him into the mood.
You gotta
so he
fill
can
him
talk
up.
to begin with. You gotta get him. You gotta play it right so he can be in character.
That's
okay,
why
so
I get him to interview him for like 20 minutes.
yeah,
That is why I said...
20?
you're talking about why.
Okay, so
why
if,
this one
if
anime
I'm
is
getting
great.
this right, Unknown Otaku and that anime snob are going to try and seduce Chiba reviews.
No, because it's going to
I am
be...
They're gonna try
shuddering
to
at the
fill him
thought
up.
right now.
No,
Try to
because
fill
it's
him.
going to be
God, I
me,
might as well
Necro.
play another visual novel with all this.
You gotta get Chibi.
Hey,
You gotta
we
get
did it. We
Chibi.
got Wait,
Yeah.
him and Neko.
You
He's
have
gotta
to
get-
take
he's
the
gotta
right
keep-
route with this.
He has to make sure that Chibi's attention span can last long enough for 20 minutes.
Okay, fine.
And
10
if
days.
you mention flowers, that usually helps.
Yeah,
No,
just talk about
mention
Darling
haircut
in the
symbolism.
Franks.
Well, maybe we talk about Tokyo Ghoul. That'll keep his attention for a while.
Darling in the Franks. No, Darling in the
We'll
Franks.
talk about the
Don't worry,
meta
I've
humor
got-
and having a
I've got
podcast
folders of Tokyo Ghoul
Anitubers.
memes. Just invite me into the stream and I'll keep them entertained.
Snob, your opinion on Darling in the Franks.
I made a video on it. It's shit.
It's the best
Mm.
anime
I
ever.
call Darling in the Franks, Darling in the
I'm
Sex
sure.
memes. I mean, there's literally like an episode
Darling
where
and
it's
I
like,
stole
it feels good
everything.
inside you.
At least you're in
Wait,
agreement
Snob,
with everyone
I
here on
because I
that
haven't
show.
watched your video. I was just curious, like, why don't you like
Who
her in the
seriously thought this would be a good show after the first episode?
TV reviews.
Chibi Review.
Yeah.
Plot?
Chibi Reviews identifies not with the main character, but with the fat fucking kid.
No.
The cuck.
Chibi
That-
identifies
yeah,
with the
yeah,
fucking
because
bird.
Chibi is secretly an incel.
No, Chibi identifies with the fucking
Dude.
bird.
Dude, who the fuck thinks Chibi isn't an incel?
He's not even by choice.
Wait,
Yeah. He's not
Yeah,
even by
because he
choice.
lives out in the fucking mountains. You're never gonna get pussy if you live out in the fucking mountains like a
I
homeless
could
Well,
have
dude.
I
sworn,
mean,
I
you-
could have
you couldn't-
sworn
you probably-
he had
probably-
some, like, girlfriend.
Yeah, a fucking body pillow of that fucking
Yeah.
girl from No Game No Life.
Oh my god.
Listen, the only girl he ever has in his life is Hollow from Spice and Wolf.
Well, no, he has a body pillow of that lolly from No Game No Life. That's for sure.
Oh,
Uh,
fuck.
Ooh,
Bully,
yikes.
Spice and Wolf is a good show, so
So is the
That
light
sounds
novel.
good.
It's one of the
Because
few
it's
light
a lot
novels that
about
isn't
economy.
trash.
So is
Go
No
watch
Game, No Life.
Anime.
No Game, No Life is
No.
a good show.
no game, no life.
Spice and Wolf is
Oh.
about the free market economy.
Oh no.
No Game, No Life is a good show.
Well, it's entertaining,
Wow.
at least.
Don't you see the title? No Life? Yeah, it's a really entertaining show.
Yeah.
That's
If you have no
why
life.
that's why we watch anime. We have no fucking life.
So why is
Yeah,
it called
exactly.
No
We're just a
Game,
bunch of
No
random
Life?
authors
If the
on the
guys
internet
play
talking
video
and
games,
debating
they
about
still have
Japanese
no life.
cartoons.
See, the contradictory thing about No Game, No Life is they're still playing games, but they also still have no life.
No, they're not playing any games.
Aren't they
They're
like
not-
royalty in that
They're
world? Like they're
inside
the
a
king and
world.
queen of the
They're
human
not
nation?
actually playing games.
Of most nations, I think, by the end of the season.
Into season one, he
Yeah,
only
it's like
captured,
the
two nations.
Sengoku. It's like the Sengoku Jidai of Japan, except it's sold with video games. We are the human clan, and we're going to
Oh, actually, that
conquer the
reminds me.
fairy
I
clan
mean, they
because
literally get
fans
into
are
high
high
with
with
fucking
God
tails.
over chess.
So I've never heard this. I don't think I've heard this before. But Snob, what's your opinion on the world God only knows?
I hate season 3.
It really need to go through like
What?
20 arcs of repetitive nonsense, which is parody of date sims before you get to the actual deconstruction at the end, where they realize, hey, you've been an exploited bastard. It's something like School Days, but instead of 12 episodes, it lasts 120 12 episodes, and it gets really boring by that. Okay.
Yeah, the
anime-
thing with like the world God only knows is it only gets good towards the end. Like it feels like the rest of it feels like just padding or building up.
I don't.
I feel like the comedy
build-up
makes
is not
up
as
for that in
interesting
some
as they
regards,
make it,
though.
though. It's just making fun of date simulations, and it can get that far
It's a
before it starts to get
deconstruction.
boring. Especially when they don't pull
Wait,
the
did someone say
usual harem
deconstruction? Now it's
excuse.
a subversion of the popular deconstruction, which was a deconstruction of the
see,
popular
see.
subversion, which was a deconstruction.
Blah 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 blah.
What about the?
The thing
was
that
it
actually ruins this parody is that they always give amnesia to the girl at the end of each arc, which is the ultimate fuck you, I kiss you, it's which the same thing as the for Otaku 7 I hate just said sex, and then I give you amnesia so you won't gonna remember it. How exploitive is that? And you all
Season
do it
3
because
has
That's
them
the
all
point.
get their
If you didn't
memory
give
back.
them amnesia, it would just go fucking school
Well,
days
not
on
all,
his
Well,
ass.
not all, but a good amount of them.
maybe where actual consequences would exist if they didn't have amnesia, but no, they had to stall it. They had to stall it for
Yeah,
like
basically,
I don't know how many episodes.
around
I'm
the season.
surprised he didn't just rate them and then have their memory go away.
Yeah.
The only
Well,
ones
then it
that
would be a
their
10 times
memories
better
back-
show.
the only ones who get their memories back are the ones who have those goddesses in them or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they never lost
Plot
their
twist,
memories
they
or whatever.
there's funny plot twist, they still don't care and they're still fighting for it as a fiction.
and then there's the plot twist with the person that didn't have a goddess in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so obvious.
It was hilarious. The show's funny. It's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's not
Like,
well
there's some
written,
parts
but
where it
it's
makes me
It's
funny.
pretty
laugh.
funny.
It's entertaining.
You
It's
don't know
entertaining.
who I
There you go.
am.
It's entertaining.
Why don't you know
It's
who
not-
I am?
That makes it what 5 out of 10 at best.
It's not brilliant, but it's hilarious.
It's basically what
I
like
gave
It's
the
not
manga
a
6 out of
masterpiece.
10.
It's not
so
a
there's a
masterpiece.
proof. There's proof that Digibro and Snob are the same person. He said that about Chivalry of a Failed Knight. It's a 5 out of 10. I'm not saying it's a 9 out of 10 or either. It's a strong 5 out of 10. There you go. Same quote.
Well,
You
maybe
are-
Snob and Digivo are somehow related.
No, they're the same.
They
No,
are the
no,
same
this is
person,
actually
they have
this
to be
is the real
related.
fan fiction.
They're literally
that
just
anime
different
snob is a
versions of the same.
Terminator sent by Skynet. and he's actually and the disguise he uses or the flesh thing is actually Snob
Kaizo,
from is Digibro from the future.
Good. Now we can talk about him behind his back.
Yeah, good.
You want me to leave so you can start stabbing me all you want?
Wait,
All right,
Snob, I have one quick question.
Damn it, Kaizo.
How many times have...
Kaiser, why'd you come back? We're about to throw you under the bus.
Yeah, that's right.
Then I can reincarnate in some different world when I'm gonna be the Harem Master or some shit. And I'm
Alright.
gonna go over.
So, Snob, I had a quick question
Yeah,
for you.
from that anime snob to most overpowered bland MC. Now, that's one light novel I'll never fucking read.
I will say Snob is probably the most interesting
Oh, you'll have to call
out
again.
there.
Thank you. Keep going. Don't stop.
Just like, it's just more like, just trying to figure out how you think. It's just one thing I've always like seen just so strange that I don't see in any other YouTuber.
Unknown Otaku, I need you to ask you a quick question.
Okay,
When are you going to stop deep-throating Snob?
I'm not deep throating. Just because I say he's unique and interesting, that's not necessarily a good thing.
It kind of sounds like it.
I mean, who's to say we're not all unique?
Me.
Individualism.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, you know.
I mean, freaking Maname Match, just a ripoff of Mother's Basement, except he cares even less.
And Mother's Basement is a ripoff of Digibro. Let's not kid ourselves.
No.
This is
No, Mother's Basement is like Digibro if he was retarded and he shills more.
No, Mother's Basement is Digibro if Digibro didn't turn his back on feminism.
Oh, God.
it's more like if Digi had even less standards.
Wait, Digibro had standards?
No.
Let's see
Well,
what
I mean,
he'll do to his sex bot and his girlfriend. If he shields her
Well, I
on
mean,
Patreon, then he's
you
gonna
could-
be like Mother's Basement.
You could tell that Mother's Basement cares more about money than feminism.
No.
Of
Yes,
course he cares about money.
He cares about money,
It's
but
what fuels his lifestyle.
but he cares about his ideologies more.
Yeah, but I think his ideology starts spending his like financial gain, he'll immediately drop it.
Nah, whatchamacallit, it's that's why in his reviews he whatchamacallit, he will eventually mention feminism and how like freaking it's like the good thing and communism's the only way to go and fucking
Where?
Wait, I watched
Unknown
his recent
Otaku,
stuff.
you've just won a free helicopter ride. Would you like to collect?
No, fuck you.
Does he actually say that shit about communism?
Where?
Like, I haven't watched his
Literally,
recent
where does
shit.
he say it's
It's
that
not
communism?
communism.
Yeah.
He does free he does universal income. He talks about universal income.
Oh, that's different.
It's,
Okay, hold on a sec.
It's
Hold on.
close.
Oh, thank God, I thought he was a commie.
I had a fucking glitch there. What were you talking about now? Communism? Who?
universal
No.
income. About
Yeah, but
It's
who?
not-
Who are you talking? Who says this shit?
Mother's Basement.
all the
Oh,
time.
okay, yeah.
Oh.
And he says something about feminism. What?
He promotes
Oh, yeah.
feminism inside his fucking things. He always looks at it from like a feminist point of view. That
Okay, so he's
Fucking is.
just like Digibro then. Okay.
no, freaking at least Digibro will I don't even think he does say about
I mean,
feminism.
I argue, like, I made a video saying that Digibro has the exact same opinions as feminists regarding
the fan
Yeah.
service. Yeah.
the fan service. Because
Digibro did say in one of his videos where he's like, "I look at stuff through a feminist lens or some
Yeah.
shit."
The thing here's the thing. Like that
okay.
was that one video. Mother's Basement does it in almost every video.
like, I don't watch Mother's Basement, so, like, okay.
I've only watched a few of his like OP stuff, and I feel like, yeah, this is fine, but the rest of his content can just die.
Which is why
Burn-
when he
burn
was
in the fire.
which is why when he reviewed Agretzko and shit like that, he was telling people to read feminist literature, and he was and he,
Why would I read feminist literature for a manga I want to read?
Yeah.
And he was also talking about like what was it? It was saying how
I think
he
we know
made
who,
he made the joke saying what as if the HR department would do anything against a male boss, and it was like,
Oh my god.
Actually, they do all the time. It's called #MeToo.
yeah, I know. That's literally one of my lines.
I think we know who fucking Mother's Basement voted for in the elections. Then
Yeah.
Trump, obviously.
No.
I'm
Bernie.
against corruption. Not really. I'm funded by Goldman Sachs. All good.
You gotta wonder, like, he probably
No,
fucking
he
had,
voted for
he
Bernie
probably has a
Sanders.
shrine dedicated to
Wanted
Bernie Sanders.
I've convinced myself that Mother's Basement isn't the final decider on all of his videos. He has to get permission from his wife to upload.
And she
You
has
mean
to-
10
yeah.
laid that cosplay sex bot that shills herself for Patreon?
She probably has to consult every one of the fucking, like, guys that fucking donates to her Patreon first, so.
Hey,
Do you think he plays
no,
his Bing Bing
um,
Wahoo with his wife's son?
you know, I don't think Mother's Basement minds all that much because his wife's boyfriend gets him a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I
so
fucking
Mother's,
let it. I'll let you
so
fuck
Mother's
my
Basement
wife,
is not
yeah.
only this giant fucking shill, but he's also being cucked by Uncle Tyrone. That's just amazing.
Yep.
Tyrone
Yeah.
Magnus.
Yep.
Oh god.
But yeah. What's the chat say? Your thoughts on... We already talked about Darling in the Franxx. Honest question.
Is it above average maker? That's all I have to say about it.
No, I'm not an incel.
Yeah, he's a former military guy.
That's exactly what
Yeah,
an
he's an
incel would
ex-military
say.
sniper with 500 confirmed kills. Didn't you know that?
I was not a sniper, but I did get an expert.
Yeah, I'm a ex-military hacker with 1,000 confirmed hacks.
That's nothing.
And I
Well,
can
okay,
be,
you know-
and I can get access to your Microsoft account in 15 seconds.
This
Oh yeah.
bio.
I can
Well, of course-
defragment your hard drive.
Bio. Freaking 1,000 hacks is like nothing in the military.
Of course it isn't. That's why I left.
Hey, can you guys see me?
They
right
weren't
now?
impressed.
Yeah, there's more than like 300,000 hacks that happen like
Every
every
second.
single day.
Hey, can you guys hear me right
Yeah.
now?
Not second. I'm just messing around, but yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have freaking warfare
That was just a
all the
statistic
time.
from like 5 years ago too.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you can
we
always
have
growing
meme
exponentially.
warfare. Like the
There's a
fucking
webs-
Russians.
There's a website showing everyone hacking every second, and it shows the blips from where it is, and then like where it's coming from, and who are hacking. You can see this website.
If you believe Hillary Clinton, it's all coming from Russia or North Korea.
Yeah, and the statistic I was citing was from like 5 years ago. And when I say hacking, it's a different kind of hack that's trying to get into a system. So it's not just like 300,000 different people trying to get into a system. It's 300,000 different unique codes a day.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Because most of
Oh,
our,
you think that's
most
insane?
of our
I
hacks
took
are-
an IT class, and for our first beginning, we had to learn 20 programming languages.
The hacker known as
20.
Oh shit!
20. What IT class was that?
This is like the fucking beginning class.
That doesn't make any sense.
Wait, what?
20 programming languages?
Yes.
So,
Ridiculous.
Snob, do you have anything to say? Where's Snob?
I've been in a class where we taught.
Say goodbye and fuck off so you can start all the
nightmare
actual
by
chat
a
about
former, like Ivy League teacher.
When I took IT, they didn't teach me any fucking programming language.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to learn 20.
That
Okay,
doesn't
well,
make- that's absurd.
okay. Well, can we go
What?
back on anime
Okay.
to anime?
Yeah, anime, please.
Because like
Sorry.
That's the
school
only
is
thing
kind
that-
of
Sorry, I
boring,
guess
and I don't care.
people don't.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that Snob wants to talk about right now is anime.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that's
I'm not
why.
about
That's
it,
why it's
that's
called
fine,
that
I just
anime
want to
snob.
go away.
because
It's the only thing that gives
because
you
You don't
no
have to
purpose.
stay here.
no, because
you never
the
did.
only two people that has actually been in the military here is me and Snob.
Snob's been in the military.
Yes.
He's
He
Greek.
had- He said he had in his.
Oh yeah,
country-
it's true. You
They have
have to be a
mandatory
Spartan.
Well, literally, one of my buddies, the
he was a
lone
cadet,
crank, he's
right?
being sent to the
Yeah.
military next year because if you're Greek and have a penis, you get sent off to the front lines. Congratulations.
And yet people,
I mean,
let me guess. People are still feminists will still say that they're just as good, right?
No,
Even though you get
feminists
sent to
say
front
the
lines.
real casualties of war are the women.
Yep, yeah, they said
Even
that.
though
before.
there's not many women on the front lines.
No, they're saying the real casualty of the war are women
'Cause
because the men
lose our
die.
families.
No, because the men die.
dies. Yeah.
Oh, do I?
I know, but think of all those lonely housewives that Uncle Tyrone has to entertain.
All right, back to anime,
So many bitches to please.
Okay.
Back to anime.
guys.
Yes,
everyone, back to anime.
Okay, fine.
Oh, please don't.
So, what's your
So
thoughts on Hellgirl? I have never heard you say anything about Hellgirl, Snob.
Never will you hear me say anything because I didn't watch it.
You
Alright.
never watched Hellgirl?
Well,
Wait
What's
a second.
your-
Wait. You're talking about the what was the Japanese name? I was remembering the other
Shibuya
movie.
Shobo. something like that.
I've seen it. I've seen it. I thought it was that other movie about Hell Girl. Yes, there's an actual movie about a girl in hell. That's a high school spell.
So, yeah.
Yeah, about it. It's bullshit. JS stuff, right? Episodic. Tries to be this.
Wait, hold on. JC Staff isn't it the same studio that fucking did that fucking aria of the Scarlet Ammo?
Scarlet Bullet.
Probably them. It's probably them.
I liked Hellgirl. I just hated the overall plot, and there was a couple
What
of plot holes.
What plot?
Episodic plot holes?
Every season.
Yeah, it is a different plot every season. That was because at the time they didn't know that they were going to make another season, so they tried to freaking finish it every season. And when doing that fucked it up. That completely fucked it up so hard that's like the legitimately thing I fucking hate about Hellgirl. It's like, oh my gosh. They try to end...
So it's not...
No, actually, the worst thing about Hellgirl is that its message is both...
Why do I hear a cat purring?
The message of Hellgirl is everyone goes to hell eventually.
Oh,
over
sorry.
the pettiest of reasons.
That's my dog sleeping right now.
Yeah.
Your dog is purring? What the hell?
No, like, I got a Boston Terrier, so he snores a lot.
He's a girl with a dick.
Oh,
so.
I see.
So, so question, Snob, what's your opinion on High School DD?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I have all the light novels, and all I can say is it's an above average battle harem that I fucking love to death because Opie Dragon.
Oh my god.
I just like the tits, but I hate it when people try to praise it for the fucking plot, like, not the tits plot, but they try to say, they're like...
Well, I would say that High School DxD does have it tries more than most ecchi series.
Yeah,
but,
it does have a plot, but the plot is garbage.
Yeah, of course. Like it tries, but it's still garbage.
You know the part where they try to have the PTSD thing that he had from being killed by his first girlfriend? You only knew the girl for like 1 or 2 days, and yet you're fucking going
Yeah, I actually thought that whole thing was bullshit. Like, I just think that was whole bullshit. Like, you should have had sex with her in that hot spring right then and there.
Basically, they try to say he's such a good protagonist, even though he's basically just an overglorified...
Oh, no, he isn't. Like, literally. You know, it's funny, I was in a Discord server and we actually made, like, Virgin Red Dragon Emperor and Chad X Hero memes. I think I posted on Twitter somewhere.
X Hero? What do you mean X Hero?
Oh, we'll talk X Hero clan member. It was like it's the dude from Shin Now Mal Testament.
Oh yeah, okay. I mean, he's still
Virgin Chad memes.
Here's the thing. They're all basically generic though to begin with. Like fuck.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's just that he actually fucking did something at the end. The guy from Testament.
I know.
What's that one show called? We're literally sucking out like girls' tits for breast milk power. Quasars.
Yeah,
Second no Quasar. I actually watched like 4 episodes of that, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm done.
I'm curious who thought that was a good idea.
I did.
Japanese waves.
Great. You know what's funny? They would have been great for hentai, but sucks for everything else.
Oh yeah, it sucks for everything else.
Oh yeah, Snob. What's your views on Bible Black?
It's got Greek thematics, which means it's deep.
So deep. The symbolism.
At least it's not pretending to be some deep story. It gives you exactly what you want.
It's about witchcraft, Futa, Yuri.
I find it hilarious
Satanism.
because it really looks like a passion project.
Look, man, there's Bibles and shit. That shit must be deep.
You want to know, dude? You want to know
Christian
how,
symbolism?
I can guarantee you this. Okay,
I saw a cross in there.
In it, it's not pretending to be something more than what it is. It's bold, and it ends before it becomes boring.
You want to know how Chibi? You can tell he's a fucking incel. Is that his favorite visual novel is a Yuri game called A Kiss for the Petals.
Oh my god!
What's that?
Oh shit!
Oh my god! A Kiss for the Petals. It's a fucking Yuri game.
I've seen the CGs for that game.
You just told me it was a Yuri game. I kind of figured that.
Dude, it's about girls going to an all-girls school. The first 2 fucking games first one involves the girlfriend pissing on the other girl. The second one involves rape themes.
I don't see how that.
Kaiser, we all know that all girls' schools are just lesbian training camps.
Rape.
Oh yeah.
Well, we all know that all lesbians are rapists.
I mean, freaking rape is
True
just
facts.
a fetish.
We all know that lesbians actually secretly cannot resist the mating press of an old man.
And
They secretly want the dick, but they won't admit it.
They won't admit it because they'll get fucking their tits chopped off by the fucking girl school they go to.
no, I mean it's easy to know that they secretly want the dick. Just why do lesbians wear strap-ons?
Here's the thing. Why? Here's how you can tell, because those lesbians in those games, they're not fat and ugly. That's how you can tell they want the dick.
Yeah, they're not freaking blue armpit hair.
Yeah, they're taking care of themselves in a world where men are usually the ones who are interested in them. So
No.
obviously they're taking care of themselves because fuck.
No, they're just idealized.
I fucking
in plain
despise the
sight.
fat positivity movement. It's
Oh
like,
my
Jesus
gosh.
fucking Christ.
Look at me.
Butch
I'm a
lesbians
beautiful
don't want other butch
baby.
lesbians. They want the feminine girls.
Well, here's the thing. Most lesbians are fucking butch lesbians.
And they want all that small, cute, feminine girls. They don't want other butch lesbians. They
Guys,
don't want that shit.
Are we out of questions? Because I'm kind of bored here.
Alright.
Yeah,
I-
same.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
you
you
can
guys
laugh.
are literally bitching about bullshit that no one gives
Oh,
a
yeah.
fuck
Yeah,
about.
okay, fine.
No one cares.
Everyone, we'll start making our outros. The best for last. So first, let's go. What's
You
your
guys are
name?
literally talking
Kaiser
about
Trigger.
fucking lesbians. Seriously.
Hi, I'm Kaiser Trigger. I do anime reviews. I do whatever the fuck I want to do. Okay, I don't do a schedule, so I don't want to become an angry Joe. And also, I finally purchased my fucking helmet.
Congratulations.
Shut up.
Congratulations.
I saw your freaking face reveal.
No, I mean I actually purchased the helmet so I can wear my avatar.
Yeah,
helmet.
but I saw your face reveal.
I don't care.
I was like,
Oh, I know
I
where
was
you live.
looking, and I was like, what the hell?
Nice
I
to
did
know.
not
Okay,
expect
okay.
that. You kind
Okay,
of look like
Snob wants.
you kind
Yeah,
of look
Snob
like
wants. Snob wants to leave, so be quick about it.
Alright. You just look like a rusty cage if he was darker
Oh my god.
and pissed off at 24/7.
Oh my fucking god.
Kevin, your turn.
Well, I'm the professional trapologist, the only one, and Twitter has been thoroughly fucking me in the ass lately. I got my account been
Twitter
suspended.
fucks everybody in the ass.
My account's been suspended forever, and all my alts keep getting constantly locked.
And you and your love life is actually Nazism thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he loves
Biomechanics.
He loves traps. Astolfo is his waifu.
Biomechanics.
Yes.
I love traps as well. I think me and you will get along perfectly.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay.
I have a brother in you.
Plot, your turn.
I was right. I am here just to suffer, and it just
As we
never
all are.
seems to end.
Rika Fag.
I'm Rika Fag. Yeah, Snob, just release that Higurashi video. That would be fucking great. I would love that.
Alright.
No, I'm serious.
You can say, isn't it?
Like, despite our disagreements about Higurashi, I do think that your Higurashi video that you made needs to be released because it's one of the best. It's one of the best videos on Higurashi on YouTube.
Until you
It
find my
constructs
So I
expectations.
do my own, obviously.
Or until I beat it.
It constructs all your expectations of what it's actually about, and it makes you think about stuff.
No, until
Yeah.
Rika Fag
No,
sees
no,
my
no.
video.
I just think that it's good. That and also you should check out my channel. It's one of the best channels on YouTube, etc.
Yeah, named Dot.
Oh my god,
For
Mr.
Star
Stop being such a
Wars.
shill. God.
Yeah, Michelle.
He's
No,
trying
but
to be.
I
He
do-
wants
I
to,
do-
he wants to
I do-
embody the
Have
spirit
you
of.
actually watched my Monster video? Because I know you watch Monster, but I remember like
Yeah.
my video getting shared on your
Wait,
Reddit. I think.
there's
Like,
one question I have for Snob. I just remembered. What do you think of Alexander?
The YouTuber.
Yes.
I haven't watched enough to say something specific about him, so I'll pass on this one.
All right, because he's my favorite anti-tuber.
Okay.
More than I am?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hero C.
You're not snob enough to realize your mistake there.
Oh, by the way, Snow, I got a quick question. How many times have you been cucked before? I'm just really curious.
How many times have you, as a fat Greek, how many times have you been cucked?
This is why.
Well, Digibro's cucked him with his girlfriend. I think Frivol's cucked him with his girlfriend. Mother's Basement's cucked him with his girlfriend. Like,
Oh,
all his
actually, I do
brothers
have
gone running
I do
away.
have a question for
For,
Snob.
for him to be cucked, it would imply he could get a girl.
Okay, I do
Oh, that's
actually,
true.
I do actually have a question for
You
Snob.
could probably
though.
get Mother's
There was-
Basement's girl though.
So there was a video you did I think it was a short video, but it was a while ago where you were talking about Chibi, and Chibi was there. Chibi, you were playing those clips in, but you started off the video kind of like saying, like it wasn't it wasn't any of the videos I've seen, but you were like almost talking in a sexual tone to Chibi, like when you said something stupid, you're like, "Oh, Chibi, oh, Chibi," like something like that.
You just
And I've
reminded
never-
me of
Chibi Hada.
the question I wanted to ask. Snob, why do you only have like 2 videos that barely mention double for anime? Adam,
His bullshit are so obvious they don't even need to be clipped.
damn it, Riga, you won.
Wait, what did you say?
I exposed the truth of the pretentious asshole. She's not pretending. He's an actual asshole.
He's also a spastic faggot as well. You forgot that as well.
I just thought.
And yeah, he's
How would,
gay.
how would you
Once-
like it if I started stabbing you liver and that shit?
Have you seen the clip of him where he's with a fucking sniper rifle going like, bruh, bruh,
Yes,
bruh?
that is
Oh
so
my God.
funny that actually.
No, and the worst part of it,
No,
he's
no,
in
no.
half a fucking suit wearing boxers.
What I'm saying is that was
So
so
what's funny, there's actually a list
No,
of
no,
these
no, no.
two
What I'm trying to
mods
say is-
where your guns can actually make
God
that
damn it.
noise. And it's like, bruh, 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 bruh.
What I'm trying to say is that was so funny that I actually brought him up on my scale, my Anituber scale. Oh wait,
What?
I don't think I've ever shown Snob the Anituber scale.
Oh god, not that fucking chart.
Snob, how many Anitubers do you follow?
He
5 or
follows
6.
all of them, obviously.
5 or 6?
I checked them out on my list, but I don't follow them.
Okay. So you were doing outros.
Yeah, and
I didn't do my outro yet.
Okay.
All right, you can do yours.
Hi, I'm Bio Gundam. I just make anime and manga reviews and whatever the fuck else I feel like doing, and random autist and shitposting comments. Thank you, Unknown Otaku, for having me on, and this was fun, and hopefully we can do this again sometime.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
I'm gonna leave now because I've got my exercises to do and I gotta go to sleep.
all right.
So this
good.
was great. Peace out. See you guys later.
I'm the Unknown
Oh.
Otaku. I'm someone that follows almost every single Anituber on the fucking website.
Hmm.
Just, and
Oh. But Snob, you didn't really answer. Did you actually watch my monster video?
No.
Oh, motherfucker.
And now we have the best for last. Snob, make your outro. Promote whatever you want.
I'm that future ditch, bro.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, he confirms it, so it has to be true.
Donate to Snob's Patreon.
Yeah, subscribe to me
That
so I can
future ditchy
prove
bro
my
dot
future
com.
self
how
wrong
the
again.
mighty have fallen.
Okay. Snob, do your outro.
Yeah.
That was his
And
outro.
subscribe to my channel so you can prove my past self wrong again, because I can get to over 10,000 subs twice. And then make sure to
Oh.
flag my non-porn games as porn, because that's how YouTube works these days. And then complain about porn games having plot but no sex, but Gintama otherwise has plot and no sex. So, after that, I want you to know that you're all wrong. Whatever you're gonna say, it's wrong if you disagree with me. You have to watch my videos to understand what I mean. Higurashi shit.
Oh no.
My Hero Academia is pretentious. And this was a total waste of time, because why do I bother to join you plebs when you have like 200 subscribers or some shit?
I have
I have 17
Because here's the thing, we're all
Stop.
pleb. Every person, there is no such thing as a person who isn't a
Snob,
pleb.
he has more
Stop.
than
I have
he has more
17,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
than over 1 million views.
And like one of my videos
one
was like,
video.
about Star Wars, and
Riga Fag's
it's like
the
one of the
biggest one
best
here.
videos on YouTube.
In a single
I don't know if
video,
you know this, Snob, but I have 100,000
Snob.
subscribers.
in a
I'm very
single
important
video,
person.
he got more subs than you ever had.
If it's that good, I'm just that good, you know. Not to brag, obviously.
So,
Okay,
No, but-
make sure to mention you had a chat. Wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much for my intro. I'm just chilling myself.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
it's
just wanted to have you on. It's more of a shit and giggles and have fun thing. It's,
Yeah, it's fun. It was fun. I like. Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, lots of fun. I finally got rid of my blue balls.
we did the one thing that a lot of Anitubers were actually too scared of. We contacted the
I think
Snob.
Chibi would literally shit his pants.
Yeah. Actually, if you want to blame somebody, you can blame me because I shared your Twitter to them. They didn't fucking know that you had a Twitter.
Right. So yeah,
Who
Snob
cares
this
about
week.
Twitters?
Cheating
Just so you
next
can say stuff you cannot say in your actual videos.
Now, I knew he
Are you
had
sure
a Twitter.
about that? You
I just
sure?
couldn't remember what his Twitter was.
Where am I in that list, by the way? I don't see my
Because
face on my avatar.
I made this a little while ago, like I would say 14 days ago. And remember when I said I put a binge?
Sure.
Alright, well that was fun.
That's reconnected.
Yeah,